Salina. It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them wheels on and roll.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good. We can do whatever we want to do now. I'm in my bag right now. And I got a feeling, babe. Yeah. You're gonna be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other. With the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana boo boo.
Hey y'all. Thank you so much for coming through. For those that have some time to come on this panel. Every now and then I like to do some different things. And last year I did 2 women panels, right? And then I did one on last and I said that I was going to do a part 2 prior to the last live that I did last Sunday. I hope that I have some women that will show up and come up on my platform, because I can't have a women's panel by myself. But I just want to talk a little bit about different subjects that concern women. I know for me, there's a lot of different things, a lot of different topics that, we could go over. One of the topics that I see that grown women still participate in is, I would say, having the mean girl syndrome. Okay. Mean girls are those girls, if when you were in school, high school, junior high school, even sometimes elementary, you always had the head honcho, the one lady, the one girl that would rally other girls around her, and the girls would get together and they would try to bully another girl that they seen as weak. They could be jealous of the girl, or they just maybe thought that, this girl is weak. She's not going to do anything. So you have the head poncho, then you have the other girls that's agreeing with everything she's doing, and they're just being mean to the one girl because they feel like they can. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't stop when people get out of high school. Unfortunately, it's still happening when people are in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, their 50s. It's an ongoing thing. And, last week we talked about how a lot of women are so competitive with another woman. Competitive for attention, competitive for getting the man first before you, or competitive in their looks. So it's always that thing going on. But you always have some women that still have that junior high school behavior. And unfortunately, like I said, it's something that is going to continue to happen even when you get older, because women are just so catty at times. They're so catty. They can be very mean-spirited and very hateful to one another. And a lot of times when I see, if I'm feeling a certain kind of way about another woman and I really have no valid reason, I usually try to check myself first, And that's what adults do. They self-reflect. they have self-awareness of their own behavior and they don't make excuses for it. They hold themselves accountable. And so as I get older and I'm learning as how to be a woman, you know, I'm going into my womanhood and you know, feeling different things. I'm experiencing different things. I'm learning different things. So I learned so many things about myself as I'm getting older. And I'm learning how to deal with those type of spirited women, right? Before I would lash out, you know, I would cuss them out. I would be just as petty or more than them just to get back at them. And when I found out how much that allows other people to have control over me, I said, you know, I got to find another way to check a, I'm not going to say a lady, check a female, because everybody's not a lady. And back too long ago, I would say, I will check a, okay? And so now since I'm trying to really watch my language, make sure that I present myself in a better way, I can still be classy, but let a person know, hey, you're not going to get under my skin. I can still check you respectfully without getting out of my body, right? So I had some incidents that just happened recently, and I took it in the way that I wanted to take it, it would have been a problem, right? I'm a person, I don't like a lot of confrontation. I like to be low key. I like to be left alone. I just like to enjoy in whatever scenery or whatever I'm doing at the time. I don't like being bothered with a drama because I'm not a drama queen. So when I'm faced with people that have that mean girl syndrome, hey Rachel, thank you April, I appreciate you for coming through. I hope you're still here. When I'm faced with women that have that mean-spirited kind of behavior and that cattiness that comes with it, I really have to brace myself. And hey, Tell J, thank you for coming through. I have to brace myself because people don't know how far I've come, you know, and where I am today. It takes a lot for me to just laugh at haters. It takes a lot for me to ignore, hey Phoenix, to ignore different situations and different things, catty things that women do and say. It takes a lot for me to do that. So I know that I'm maturing. I know that I'm growing because, like I said, not too long ago, I would check a hoe and it wouldn't be respectfully. It would be disrespectfully, and it's just the way I meant it, disrespectfully, right? And I don't make any apologies on that. But like I said, when you getting a little older, you start saying, you know what, I can't move the way I want to move because I know for me, as a woman, just having my own platform, there's things and different types of people that I would love to come here and check out and be a part of my channel. And I can't have that ratchet behavior with the type of people that I want to draw. And that's what I was trying to a friend of mine today. I really won't, and I really should have. I felt like I should have did, but I know because of where I'm trying to go, I know it's just a trap. Hey, J Squared, how are you? I'm sorry for screwing up your name. And so a lot of the times I'm learning to laugh at things, right? Because when you know that there's some traps there to kind of, get you kind of messed up in something, and especially when you're on YouTube and people set traps where they try to make content out of it. So since I already know what the deal is, I deal with people accordingly. So now where I would jump on a panel and maybe tell a hoe off or cuss a person out or doing my petty, because I can be extremely petty. I can be a petty queen. I said, you know what? I'm going to take the advice that I give to you guys and I'm going to put it back on me, right? I'm going to learn to play chess and not checkers. Because I already know I'm dealing with, sometimes you at work and you whether on social media or just in your surroundings, in your community, sometimes you're dealing with people that have a low level of understanding, a low level of being, okay? So when you already know that, don't set yourself up for failure. Don't set yourself up to be the butt of the joke. Don't set yourself up where other people will be like, see, I got her out of her body. I control the bitch, right? That's what they'll say. So when you know that, you do better. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to be specific about any situation, but if you understand as a woman and you're trying to be a decent woman, a good woman that minds your business and do your own thing, you're going to have people that have that mean girl persona. They're going to have those mean girl ways. And then they're going to have other mean girls around them, doing the catty, the petty, the subliminal, the nice, nasty. They're going to have that type of attitude. And they always are in a group. They never can stand alone. They're always going to be in a group, right? So I understand I play the game now. Like I said before, hey CC, before I get in my feelings and I be ready to fight, and then like I said, especially on the internet, you can't fight nobody on the internet unless you go and meet up. And who wants to get an airplane ticket, right? Thank you so much, CC. I appreciate it. Who wants to get an airplane ticket, go somewhere so you can fight somebody that you've never met? Hey, young Biz, even though people will take you there, right? People will take you, CC. But remember, hey, D. Santana, he said ham hocks. Yes, unfortunately, I have a lot of ham hocks back there. But people will take you there. And where you are a respectful woman, respectful young lady, you can get very disrespectful. You can almost get like when growing up as a teen, I used to watch Bad Girls Club. Now they got Zeus Network, and they got Baddies, where you got these women standing in one house fighting each other every day. It's always an issue. But like I said, even when you get older, mean girls still exist. When they're in their 30s, when they're in their 40s, when they're in their 50s. They will always exist. How you deal with them makes you set apart. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Hey, EJ. And I watch your lives, by the way. Sometimes I don't come in, and I'm going to do better. I do watch your lives. And I always press the like button, and I'm still a member. So shout out to EJ. So when you already know what you're dealing with, you deal with things accordingly. You act accordingly. You will always hear me say that, acting accordingly. Because like I say, hey, every day, one check of hope. You gotta understand. You got to understand what comes with it. When people get you out of your body, when people get you out of the character that you want to be, you are playing their game. They're no longer playing yours. So now what I do is laugh and act like I don't for a minute. I act like I don't hear stuff for a minute. But don't think nothing get past me. A lot of times, if you get to know me and you have observed me, I don't always speak on everything that I feel. I don't always speak on everything I see, but you best to believe I hear and nothing gets past me. Sometimes I choose to fight a different way. That don't make me scary, and it definitely don't make me weak. It's just I'm doing things differently because I know for me what type of woman I want to be. I know what type of platform that I want to have. So I can engage in some of the foolery that I would have done maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, right? Because like I said, y'all don't know me, so y'all haven't seen my growth. My people, my real friends that grew, that I grew to know for years, my family that have known me all my life, they have seen the growth in me. People that have just observed me for years that I didn't even know would come back and say, Selena, you sure have changed. So when I hear people say that, I know I'm going on the right path. I know I'm going on the right path. So that's why I always talk about trying my best to be the best version of me, because I don't want to be one of those mean girls and have other mean girls with me going at other women. And some people don't even think they're being a mean girl. But mean girl behavior, they're extremely catty to other women. They try to do things out their hand and act like, oh, I don't have a problem with this person. Me and this person, okay, we cool. But let me just throw a little sneak diss out there. Let me just throw a little subliminal out there as if I'm not really talking about you, but I am. Or let me just go ahead and just say your name and be nice, nasty. And then you got the other mean girls will say, yeah, let's ride on that. Let's do the same thing. So mean girls are unfortunately logically grown women that are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, and 60s, and maybe sometimes 70s. That's unfortunate, right? Hey, Red Wings. Hey, Golden. So I really have worked really hard on myself. I'm still working really hard on myself that I don't be a mean girl, but a grown woman. Hey, boss man. But a grown woman that handles things in a grown woman's way. I want to stay a lady, even when I want to bust a bitch in her face. I want to stay a lady, even when I want to cuss somebody out. You know? And so I know that there's certain behaviors that I do have to change, even when it hurts me. You know, it hurts me sometimes to control myself, right? That's a part of self-control and being disciplined. Sometimes you have to sit on your hands. Sometimes you got to put your hand over your mouth. Hey, Mel. You got to put your hand over your mouth. Sometimes you got to not type certain things because it's going to be ugly. And what people may not know about me, because they may see me as a sweetheart, which I am. I'm a sweetheart. I try to be a genuine person. And when I really care for people, I really care. But don't take my kindness for weakness. Do not take my quietness for weakness. Don't take that I don't always jump out of the window for weakness, because there will be some days where I'm not thinking like a lady and I'm going to treat you just like the hoe on the street. I'm going to get down to your level. So that's when sometimes I have to kind of pull myself back, because I said, Selena, and I talk to myself. I'm like, I ain't afraid to say I talk to myself and say, Selena, you can't do that. You can't jump. You can't jump out the window. You can't read this whole her rights. You can't do that. You can't do evil for evil, petty for petty, whatever. Can't do that. Sometimes you gotta talk to yourself and say, hey, I'm gonna take the high road. I'm gonna learn to let it go, but I'm watching you. I heard what you said. I know what you meant, and you meant nothing good by it. Right? I's no dummy, okay? I just play dumb sometimes. I just play like I don't see it. I just play like I don't hear it. But you better believe I seen everything I need to know. And when I do that, I'm acting accordingly to it, So you learn, you live. And I said, you know what? You know what, boss man? You know what, Miss V? I'm not going to let these people get me out of myself. Have me jumping out of my skin. Have me acting a fool for words. Now, if you put your hands on me, that's a different thing. But for the most part, most people ain't gonna really, unless they truly crazy, put their hands on you. What's up, Cat Daddy? They're not gonna put their hands on you. So words, what people type, I can somewhat let that go sometimes. But I'm keeping everything in my mind. What has happened, what has been said, what has been typed, what has been done. I remember. My brain, my memory is just like an elephant. I can remember everything for verbatim. So there's times that other Selena will rise out. But when it does, I have a valid reason for it coming out. Because you have either went too far and you've went too long. I don't take lightly to people dissing me or trying to be catty with me when I've been nothing but respectful. Get real offended when I have continued to be respectful, kept my opinions to myself, and tried to do what is right towards another person. So when I feel disrespected and it's gone too long for too far, then that other person will come out. That's why I tell people that are first, they come to be YouTube creators, even some people that I know, when they're going into social media, I always tell them, because of my mistakes, I always tell people, hey, just pace yourself. Don't always say how you feel. Even if you got that personality where you just gonna say whatever. And I get it. I was in my early 20s, so I got it. But when you come of age and you have your own platform and your own social media, there's gonna always be people at you, left and right, right? And then you have to figure out what is worth my time addressing and what is not worth my time. Is this person worth addressing right now, or should I just wait and let it go? Only you will know when things go too far, but always remember, when you're on social media, people are going to say and they're going to do certain things, and they say, "Hey, Miss Collins, hey, Miss V," and they say they don't mean no harm, or they don't got a problem. But you know, under them undertones, what people, especially women, do, there's something there. People don't just do and say just because. They do and say because it's intentional. It's intentional. So I always tell people, make sure you understand what your purpose is being on social media. If it's the money and you are a strict beef content creator, and that's what you do. You go back and forth. But if you are a content creator and you want your platform to be on subjects that have to do with what's going on in the world, you want to encourage people, you want to make people more insightful about what's going on, and you gotta watch yourself, because if you're trying to do this type of content and you're going into it all the time with people, you're not going to your purpose. If your purpose is beef content, that's different. But if your content is meant to inform people, encourage people, then you have to change how you deliver, how you react to certain things. And as I was explaining to Slim, as I was explaining to some sisters today, I can't always react the way I would like to, because my platform, I want other types of people coming to my. I don't want to just stay in one area with my platform. I want to go out and embrace other types of people from different ethnic backgrounds, different spiritualities, different ways of thinking. I want to be able to reach people. And if I am engaging in something that stagnates my growth and the growth of my channel, I am only hurting myself. I am only hurting and hindering my message from going forth. So when people hear me, they're like, well, how can she tell me how to control myself when she going around popping off every time somebody gets on her nerves? I have defeated the purpose. And guess what? One thing people, for the most part, they lie a lot, but most of the time people remember. And they will say, well, how can she tell me anything when she can't even conduct herself as a lady? She allowed other women, other men to break her to where she responds every time, and then she goes to the deep end and do the most. My message is going to be hindered. My channel will be hindered because my channel is not a beef channel. If you go and look at my statement that I put in my channel, it did not say beef content. Right? So, Cat Daddy, if you go and look at my statement, and every time you come to my channel, I'm beefing with some broad, I'm beefing with some Negro, I'm messing up my own message. That don't mean every now I won't check a person in the way I see fit, though. See, I do things a little differently than some people. I do a little things different than I did, like I said, a year ago, 2 years ago, or 5 years ago. I do a little things different. It don't mean I can't go there. It means I'm choosing something else because of my purpose, and I know where I want my channel to go. Right? So I always say thank you to the mean girls that's grown itself and continue to do that little or that little nice nasty. Shout out to you, because had I not had women that acted like that did the stuff that they do behind the scenes and scenes, I wouldn't be grown. I wouldn't be growing emotionally. I wouldn't be growing mentally. Like I said, I used to play checkers. Now I'm learning to play chess. So I can say checkmate, ho. That's where I'm going with this. Because the biggest flex that you could ever have over any girl, any mean boy is success. And the fact that you going regardless of how maybe good or bad, you just keep going. So that's the biggest flex for me. The fact that I'm still standing, the fact that I have good supporters and people that really rock me, the fact that I got people that really want to hear what I have to say, the fact that I have people that say, hey, I really appreciate what you said. It really encouraged me. I really learned something from what you said. So that's the biggest flex for me. And you know, the other thing, because I'm growing and because I'm God's child and I'm really God's child and not just in word, I was blessed with another job at another school district, making more money. That's what God did for me, and hard work. Let me just say that. So that's one of the biggest flex, like when you are at peace with your life, when you're moving forward, regardless of the things that may be working and may not be working, you're still moving forward, and nobody's stopping you from doing it. Right? The biggest flex is I have, with God's strength, have made my own channel. I haven't had some big celebrity or a whole bunch of people shouting me out. I did it on my own. That's the biggest flex for me. When I don't have to kiss ass or get people's attention to look at me. That's the biggest flex for me. So that's how I know I have God's favor on my life. I am a hard worker. I'm a hardworking young lady. I don't have everything that I want, but I have everything I need. I'm loyal to those who have shown themselves loyal to me. I try to be as genuine, as encouraging as I can be to other people. And I try to always remain myself. And another thing I'm working on is not letting what people say and do get under my skin. And I can say I'm doing pretty good even with that. I have my days. So shout out to the mean girls. They call themselves women. I appreciate you for stretching me enough to grow. Because where you thought you were throwing shade, you actually was just making it to where God gonna bless me even more. So when I do my real glow up, yeah, everybody gonna see it, right? So enemies are really not meant to tear you down. Your enemies actually are meant to build you up. If you go to Psalms 23, he said he will prepare a table in front of your enemies. Basically, he's saying he's gonna bless you in front of those same people that talked against you. That's what Psalms 23 is the interpretation of that. You will be blessed in front of your enemies. Okay? So when you see that scripture in the Bible where he says he will prepare a table in front of your enemies, that means everybody gonna see your glow up. Whether they talked about you in front of the scenes, behind the scenes, to your face or whatever, it's gonna be seen. The only person that can stop you is you. The only person that can stop me is me. So shout out to the mean girls. I appreciate people like you because y'all help me to grow. So thank you. Anybody would like to come up? I'm going to put a link in the chat. You're more than welcome to join me on the panel. Again, this is a women's panel, so I can't be up here talking to myself. I really appreciate everybody for staying around. Thank you so much, Cat Daddy. I appreciate it for the super sticker. CC as well. I appreciate you guys. Make sure I can go back and part your and please press the like button. I would truly appreciate that if you press the like button. But yeah, that's how I see. Okay, so we're not gonna have any spamming in the chat. I think Goldstein was in here trying to talk about the subject. We're talking about the women's panel today, so let's stay on topic, please. Let's stay on topic. Yeah, because some of y'all, I don't know what you're supposed to be talking about. But you're more than welcome to come up. I'll put the link in the chat again. Look, I know Miss Collins, she don't want to come up. She said, honey, I stay out of the way. But you know what? Even when you stay out of the way, people still calling your name. So, hey, it is what it is. People gonna call your name when you ain't saying nothing, when you're minding your business. People gonna call your name when you just, you could be. I remember one time I had a guy friend. This was last September. And I think I was telling some friends about this. He had took me to Six Flags. Boy, we had a great time. I mean, the whole weekend was so much fun. And I had some women on the panel talking about me. I had a woman doing a live stream about me. And I was like, I'm sitting, and the reason how I knew, because it was people from YouTube letting me know. And I was out having I said, oh, babies, they so worried about me, and I'm out here having fun. I'm out here at Six Flags, eating, and what else I was doing? We going different venues and things like that. I was just having a good time. I wasn't even thinking about nobody on YouTube. They were thinking about me. They were thinking about me. So it's just amazing how people spend so much energy on people that they don't know. And also, that's none of their business. I know I'm nosy, but I know when to step back. Everything ain't for me to say. Everything ain't for me to know. We got folks out here, honey, they be speaking on stuff ain't none of their damn business, especially if they ain't involved in it. Yeah. So now come on, women. I need you to come on up. Let's do this. They said they want different content. Like nobody ain't never did this before. Come on, y'all. Oh, don't have your sister up here drowning. Oh, Lord. Earth Day. I'm trying to get another sister up here. What's up, Rachel? You ain't doing nothing. Rachel, come on up. I can't hear you, Earth Day. You got something going on in the background. I don't know what's going on. Earth Day, she got all that stuff going on. Ooh. Yeah, show up and show out. This is a women's panel. If you would like me to change this to Selena's couch, I can. And then I'll just be talking the whole time until somebody comes up. But shit, They said it ain't nothing different in this sector. And I don't even consider myself in this sector. I consider myself outside the sectors. I have my own little sector, I guess. But they said they wanted different type of content. That's what they said. Somebody lying. Somebody ain't really telling the truth. Y'all don't want no different content. Oh Lord. I'm just being petty a bit. Yeah. I got 2 people up here. Good. Now I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
No, she didn't.
Uh-huh.
See, I was just gonna just bust a little gospel tune for you.
I feel used.
Me too.
That's some bullshit. I was
I'm about to go use
the mean girl.
Just using us. Just literally using us, right? Like literally. Okay. You gonna catch that? I hope y'all caught that part.
This is not my panel. I don't even have one.
Okay.
You don't have one because you don't go last, stanky lady.
Yeah, I don't have one either. I know. Don't talk about me.
Because you don't go live.
You know what? You're so disrespectful right now.
A little bit.
Yeah, a whole lot of it.
Okay. Well, you get what you get.
Why do you always gotta put me on Front Street like this?
Because your ass don't go live.
You know we're on the panel right now. Right?
If you went live, this is the example of Mean Girls. I'm just saying. But if your ass went live,
that's a great example. So that's what I was going to give a definition to. But I seem like that thing is letting us know it right now. Okay, Jack.
If would I have anything to talk about if your ass went live?
Okay, I'm back.
You see go in the background.
I had been drinking my liter of water. You know, I'm on my weight loss journey, so I can lose 10 more pounds. So
you'll need it.
Yes, I've been drinking a lot of water, so it's been having me to go to the restroom. So sorry, I might have to say excuse me again.
Okay. Because that was a little abrupt.
I'm sorry.
It's like, ooh, somebody here. Bye. Bye.
But anyway, back to what I was saying.
So okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What do y'all think about what I was talking about, the Mean Girls, and how it never ends, unfortunately?
I was just being mean to Earth Day to give an example.
Yeah, we just gave an example of that. And so, we kept the fact going. But basically, the definition of a mean girl, it can also become a mean woman. And that's just my interpretation of it. Okay. Because just because you're a mean girl, that's when you're a little girl. These women have this way of thinking as you're still in high school. We're still being competitive. I have to be, it's all about me. We are supposed to, as women, we are supposed to grow and mature. Mm-hmm. We've all done things in our past that was silly, wrong, we're not proud of. If you still stand in that same energy at the age you are right now and here today, and you're in your 30s, I'm going to give you to the age of 35. And I'm being very lenient with that. 35. If you're still a mean girl, you just a mean, you know what? I'm trying to be nice about it. Today is Sunday.
I'm giving a little pushback on that because you can't say mean girl and then call them a woman, because here's the thing. A woman ain't gonna act like that. No. A woman is gonna walk in her womanhood.
Right.
She's not gonna be a mean girl. She's not gonna act like she's still in middle school passing notes about who getting jumped at 2:00. Like, that's just not what a woman does. She's still a little girl in her mind and her mindset.
Yeah.
Now her age might be in the age that she's supposed to be in womanhood, but if she's still being a mean girl in her 20s,
not early 20s, but I say mid to late and 30s and 40s. Something happened to her where she is traumatized and her mentality has not grown since that trauma.
We're pretty much agreeing on the same thing. But the only thing, the reason why I said woman is because it's Sunday.
I still say little girl. You're a little girl because you're not acting like a woman. I thought I was clear when I said that. I can't say me. I can't say woman because. So, I would say that the definition of a mean girl for me is someone who is looking at surface things, you know, having that envious spirit about them. Like they think that if you have any bit of success in your life, then they'll try to tear that down in any kind of way, a capacity, because they're not feeling like they are up to par.
Thank you, Chill.
There is something that is missing in her that she sees in you that she wants, whether that is confidence, success, a man, money, a home, any type of happiness. If she does not have that, she becomes envious. She becomes mean. She becomes that person that wants to tear that person down instead of encouraging them, as well as having them encourage her to get to the level that she needs to be. So, because her mind is stuck in a childhood because she was traumatized. That's just my interpretation of it. Somewhere along the way, she was traumatized or broken. I don't like broken. I say a little bit bent. She needs to be straightened up.
That's something. Wow.
So she needs to get to the root of that problem and not make it mine, because here's the thing. I can be a mean girl and I throw hands.
Just say try Jesus, but don't try me.
Girl, playing on the freeway is safer. I'm trying to tell you. Dodging cars on the freeway is much safer than fucking with me.
Cause you from the D, ain't you?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Oh Lord. So D, you know where that Detroit. Detroit is in the building. And then we got Oakland over here, so you know that's
girl, let them know.
We got Oakland.
How to survive in South Central LA.
So listen. Why didn't you, Phoenix? Because you said you could have been. Why did you decide that you did not want to be a mean girl at being a grown woman?
Because I'm grown.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of women that's grown.
No, there's a lot of women who's grown in age, not in mind.
Right.
I have children. I advise my children a certain type of way. And I'm not going to go out here and be the opposite of what I tell my kids to be.
Okay.
That to me is being grown. You can't sit up there and say, you know what, baby, ignore that. They don't, you can't be engaging in certain things and blah, 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 especially on this here app where I'm never going to see you for real. And if I did run up on you, you're not going to have that same energy in person. That's a waste of fucking time for me.
Okay.
I can ignore words. You ain't doing shit. You're not going to touch me. You just not.
Oh my God. You won't believe who in this back chat.
Oh, good Lord. Do I even want to know?
What? Hey. Hey.
I think Miss
I'm full of surprises. You ain't think I was gonna come up here, but I'm up here, my baby.
My God.
I'm up here.
Miss Collins. Hey, Miss April.
I think I feel a tear. Is
Oh,
Me
somebody
too,
cutting
boy. I'm like
onions?
shaking right
Is
now
somebody
because
cutting
my
onions? Somebody got to be cutting
uh,
onions. Ooh.
oh, and
Sunday,
Cat Daddy,
Sunday.
listen, y'all. Cat Daddy got a good question. He said, "Is being a mean girl a learned behavior or something women just do?"
No, honey, it is
It's a
a
yes. It's a yes
behavior.
and a no.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Because
it's
if you
It's a
have,
both a
yes and
yes
a no.
and a no.
okay, I'll just say, if lack of attention within the family home is a lot of the mean girl behavior that it could,
Okay. He
come
gonna be
from
done.
not getting that attention,
Mm-hmm.
and they need attention. So when they're out, other people give them that type of attention, and they like it, and then they're gonna gravitate towards being a mean girl, just being a bully, because they're getting that type of attention, because they don't get it at home where it's needed, where you can get that confidence and motivation. Where I don't care how many people on here, off here say I'm ugly. I know I love what I see when I get up every morning, and I don't have to lash out or put another person down to make me feel better
I
because
know
I
that's
got it
right.
from when I was being raised up.
Ooh, there's another one. We got another Miss April Love in the house. Miss
All right now.
April.
Well,
How
hello, Miss
you
Hey,
April
April.
Love.
Hey,
Hi,
April.
Barney. Hi,
Miss?
everyone. I just wanted to come up and say hello to all the grown women.
I know that's right, Miss April.
Hello,
And
hello,
I
sister.
know that's right, Miss
Hello.
shout
April.
out
Thank
to
you,
Miss
thank you. Hello.
April. Please put her channel in the chat for me. Miss April is a lady. She's a beautiful lady. She's in another sector, and she I've been going to her channel. She's always very encouraging, but she's real, y'all. She's a real woman. She and when I say real woman, I don't want to say, I ain't trying to say nothing, crazy. But she's a real woman. What I mean, she stands on what she believes in, and she
Yes.
is always for helping people. She's not about all the money and stuff. She's about really helping people. Because let me tell you, Miss April
Especially my
has a
sister.
powerful story. She has a powerful story that has helped a lot of women. So, Miss April, I don't want to just talk too much. Hey, CX, but I wanted to just give that introduction to you. But yes, please put her channel in the link. Put Earth Day's channel in the link. Phoenix, I think she's gonna be doing a channel. So if you could put her channel in the link, I would truly appreciate it. But we want to network. This is about helping other women. Let's all grow together. Okay.
I ain't helping Earth Day do nothing.
Yeah. This
You
ain't
got to know she's not gonna help me do anything. And,
this.
she's being a mean girl to me. I want y'all all to know that, chat. You
Yeah,
see it?
sometimes you deserve it.
Yeah,
We gotta put you in your
Tell
place.
they're
us,
getting on me
girl.
because I'm
And
not giving you the
Tell it.
content right now.
Tell it,
Earth Day is
girl.
you get a little
healing
crazy
within
on us.
her still. Pray
We
for
got
me.
to do
I
that.
just did my meditation and workout this morning, so I'm getting back in
She
my
did her
groove.
meditation and
All
was
right.
still yelling at people. I don't get it. What kind of meditation was
It's
you doing?
okay.
I'm
It's
gonna have
okay.
you to
I'm country, baby.
look. I'm gonna have you to put that tape on your mouth in a minute. Miss
I'm loud by
April,
nature.
did you have anything you wanted to add?
Well, I just came in late and because I was on the phone taking care of some business, and then I said I got to run over to the panel. I came in when the young lady was talking about, you guys were talking about the mean girls. And when it comes to a mean girl, my thing is, baby, go get you some. Or
Right.
whatever it is you
Ooh.
need, go get you
Come on,
some.
sister.
Right.
Come on.
Right,
Go
sis.
get, yeah, go get you some. I really, really, even, when I was younger, I always was for my female sisters. It was men that I had issues with, and it was, growing up with watching my dad be abusive to my mama. So I formed this, and
Mm.
then I went into the same pattern. I got men that beat on me and everything and stuff like that. So I was always pro women. And what I found was so many women are catty. Like even when I call to take care of business or bills, I don't like to speaking to females because they give you attitude. I'll be like, oh, it must be her monthly or something.
Right.
And they don't want to help you. And I think it has a lot to do with um, number one, immature, insecurities. I had to work hard, coming from a life of addiction. I had to work hard to find out what the problem was with me, with Miss April. So I did a lot of self work and self inventory. My motto is check yourself before you wreck yourself. And when you come to a place in your life where you realize you see yourself as God sees you and how beautiful you are, then you don't have these insecurities and jealousies with other females. When you become aware of who you are and see the beauty, your weaknesses, your strength, then you're well on your way. So like I said, I have done some work because I didn't want to keep going back to the addiction to drugs and alcohol, because that was just covering up all the issues that I had. So once that was gone, then I start seeing myself, you got a problem with men. I even, got into the lesbian lifestyle for a couple years. That didn't work because that wasn't in the cards for Miss April. You understand? God said, no, that's not the road you go. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I enjoyed myself.
Oh, wow.
Just being honest. I mean, once I opened up to it, because females relate to each other very, they feel your emotions. And I found that the female that I was dealing with, she got me. She knew who I was. She appealed to every part of the things in life that I wanted. Pay me attention. Listen to how I feel. Listen. So that was what I was looking for, love, but it was in all the wrong places. Right. So, but it came to the last one was such a bad experience where I almost lost my life. So I told God, I hit my knees and I said, God, if you get me out of this, I will never do this again. I repented from it and I turned. People ask me today, do you still look at women like that? And I'll be like, you know what? No. I honestly don't. I don't look at women like, oh, she looks fine. Yeah. It wasn't that type of thing for me. Yeah, it wasn't that type of thing. People said, what made you change to be with women? I said, I just loved her. She loved me and I loved her. It wasn't so much the nature of being female and female. It was the love I was looking for, that kind of love. But it wasn't meant to be. You understand? God said it wasn't in the cards for Miss April. And I don't judge that the lifestyle, I don't, but I'm no longer there. So now I'm able to see, I love to see the beauty in women. I love to build them up and tell them, baby, you can do this thing. But when you're dealing with a mean girl, I like how you said it, Selena. I could be mean too.
Yeah.
Don't mess with us. Yeah, don't mess with us. It's like playing in traffic. Don't do it. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that little bit right there. But I just mainly wanted to get up here because I love when women are on grown women stuff, and they talking and they coming together. That is so beautiful and so powerful. Right. All you ladies are beautiful. Yes.
I appreciate you. Like I said, Miss April has always been encouraging to me. Regardless maybe of, maybe what has been said or what she's heard. She's always been very encouraging to me. And she's really supported me on my channel. And I want to do that for her as well.
I will say this. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry for interrupting. I was just gonna say I can hear the encouragement and hugs in her voice while she's speaking.
Right.
So.
I'm just listening. Like, wow.
She's just love.
I love when people truly see me, but Selena, and to the young lady, when you see that within someone, that's because it's in you. And I know you know that, but I'm just giving you confirmation. It's because you see what in me, what is in you. And that's why I am so drawn to Selena. I'll be listening to your lives, girl. I'll be like, oh my God, people sleeping on this girl.
They are, girl. They sleeping on you. They sleeping on you. Yeah.
Sleeping on her. She got the double deuces. Beautiful inside and out, but not to be played with.
Thank you. I really appreciate that because, Miss April, me and some sisters was talking, And I was just telling them how my concerns were, how sometimes when you do this type of content and you already have a small channel, you feel overlooked. You know what I'm saying? And it really kind of got to me the other week. I just was like, you know what? This, I do different types of content. I try to make sure that I'm not boring, that I'm interesting, and I really felt kind of discouraged. So, and I'm glad that the sisters that I was talking to, they were encouraging me and letting me know, Selena, you got this, and then when you're telling me this, it brings confirmation to me that, I'm not overlooked, that people do see my content as being valuable, or just me being valuable as a person, even though I know it myself. It's good to hear, and it gives you great comfort to know that other people see you too.
Yes, it is. Yes, that's right. And you know what? I can relate to that. There were so many times, because the drama is what gets the views and the stickers and the chats,
Right.
all of that. And there was times when I wanted to, well, maybe take your channel in a different direction. Selena, every time number one, I can't, because it's just not in me. I just don't do the drama. It's not, I don't care. That wasn't the purpose of me starting my channel. And God has a way of, every time I would start to go that route, people were inboxing me, Miss April, please keep your content like it is. Please, begging me. Then also, just because I don't care what, I have a good life. I call it my stinking little life, my beautiful stinking little life. I love my life. So I don't care what people say on here. And it's, like I said, you stay on track, and that's normal. That's an absolute normal thing, because I felt the same way, at one time. But my channel is growing steadily. So is yours. I'm watching your channel grow right before my eyes. Yeah. I'm like, look at Miss Selena over here.
Yeah, like I told them earlier, Miss April, I got mine from the mud. I didn't have a lot of people shouting me out or nothing like that. I went different places. I tried to, I went to your channel and got to know you, and you were telling people about me. I reached out of my comfort zone. So whatever I did, I know I did it. I did it with God's strength, with his strength and his help and his guidance. But I did the work, and I'm still doing the work. So can't nobody tell me. I don't care if people think my channel dead. My channel's alive, and it's gonna keep going and growing. So So my thing is, regardless of what people say, I got my stuff from the mud. Didn't nobody give me a lot of handouts on nothing. I got a few shouts out, and for the people that supported me, that had bigger channels than I, every now and then would shout me out, and I thank God for them. But other than that, I got it from the mud. I didn't have no handouts.
You got it organic, and that's why it's going to stick, and that's why it's going to stay. I just have one more question. All the ladies on the panel, you ladies have your own channels, right?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Earth Day has one. Phoenix has one.
Yes, I have one channel.
Miss Collins does not have one.
Miss Collins, why you don't have a channel, honey?
No,
it's not my calling, ma'am.
Okay, darling.
Miss Collins, beautiful. Look, and put Tanya's channel in here as well. Miss Tanya's channel, that people sub up to her. Yeah. But Miss Collins is a subscriber, and she likes to stay that way. And some people, and it's understandable. Because you really have to, either you have to be built for this, or you or you have to grow into it. I personally had to grow into this, because I'm one of those people. I like to be in the chats, right? I like to be in the chats. I don't like, and people will not believe this, but I really don't like a lot of attention, to be honest with you, because that makes you a target. I really was always the person that liked to stay in the background. So with me coming to get my own platform, it was getting I had to really get out of my comfort zone and really stretch a lot of myself, because a lot of the times I still don't like camming up because people be all up in your face. I still don't like, really, sometimes I don't feel like talking. So, and I do take my breaks because I'm not one of those people that's just a gregarious person where I always want to be around people and be seen. That's just not me. So this is a stretch for me. And so this is how I know this is something that maybe will turn into something else. And what I mean by that, you know how you have your ideal about something, but God has another idea for you. And I think that's kind of what it will turn into. I'm not saying I'm going to be this, Christian channel, nothing like that. But I definitely, yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying. You know, some people,
yeah, it will be God led.
Yeah, it will be something where I will definitely be helping people in some type of capacity. So it started out rough, but I think it's going to turn into something else, a lot different than what I expect. So I'm just trying to go with the flow. And like I said, I'm trying to change some things around as much as, within me. That's why I said I can't just be going off on people like I want to, because it's going to hinder what I'm really trying to do or what I will be doing. So,
although it is tempting to like just
gotta let people talk, because that's all they have is just talk. Give it to them.
Sometimes I be wanting to say it with my chest, so I'm just saying.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I know. But I've mastered pretty good how to ignore people. And I'm you can have it. You want to roast me? Go ahead and roast me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If that gives you joy, hey, have at it. Because it don't affect my life in no way. Because one thing I know, whatever you got to say about me, because I don't think I did a lot of people on this app that's been talking about me anything. So a lot of times, it's more. It has more to do with them than me. You want me to feel the way that you feel, because there's a lot of miserable ladies on this app, and they want you to feel the way that they feel. They're miserable. They're unhappy. They don't like their life, and they want you to feel the same way.
Amen.
Not me, ma'am. I'm not on here to seek validation or anything. Miss Collins is love, and Miss Collins, trust me, I don't need nobody on this app, because I have people in real life that are there for me. That's why I can log off at any moment, and I'm good. Some of these people, that's why they're addicted to this app. They don't have family, they don't have friends, they don't have love. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they do what they do. They hate to see people happy and content. How dare you be a loving person, a happy person, a prideful person? They don't like that, because that's not their reality. So because they feel like shit, they want you to feel like shit. You got the wrong woman when you come for me.
Right.
Like I said, I don't have to be the roaster of the year or whatever these other little accolades on this damn app that these women like to have. Baby, you can have that.
Right.
That don't mean nothing to me. If that make you feel good about yourself, if that make you feel more like a woman, hey, you can have at it. Miss Collins is good.
Right. It's one thing I have always said, and I tell my daughters: misery love company. I suck at being company. You ain't about to get me. I'm not good company, and I don't keep the company of miserable.
Yes, I'm full of joy. I like to laugh and clown. I done talked to each one of y'all outside of this app. Y'all know how Miss Collins get down. Let them have that miserable shit. I'm not on that type of time.
Amen.
Wow. No, that's right, Miss Collins. Miss Collins preaching. He said she don't pay attention to mean girls. Hey, sweet Rita, thank you for coming through. I guess Miss April dropped down.
She had a phone call. She said.
Okay. Hey, SBK. I appreciate men that come in here. We had CX that came in here cutting edge. She's such a sweetheart. We've had Cat Daddy and trying to see who else came in here. That's a man. We had Tell J Chill. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much for coming through and showing me some love. And SBK, he's also and Slim came through. Mel came through to show your girl some love. Like I said, all of these men have contributed to my platform. They have supported me, and I really appreciate. Even though this panel is for women, I appreciate these men that come in and show me some love. I really, really do. That means a lot to me. So shout out to you guys. Hey Marva, how are you? So I really appreciate you guys for showing me some love, and just love. I really appreciate you.
That's important.
What'd you say?
I said salute to the men that's supporting the woman.
Right. Thank you so much. Yeah, it means a lot to me. Because I have a small channel, and sometimes I don't get enough.
Steady growing. Steady growing.
Yeah, I'm steady growing. Sometimes you don't get as much attention, as maybe some other channels. So I appreciate those few that do come in here and show your girl some love. And but Miss Collins really, she's speaking a lot of truth. And a lot of the times, like I was saying earlier, you do have to avoid and ignore women that, I would say females that are supposedly grown women. You have to really ignore the mean girl syndrome, I would say, with some women, because if not, it's going to make you become exactly what you hate. So like I was saying earlier, now I can go there too, but I choose not to, so I like how Miss Collins says she just learned to just kind of just ignore them and enjoy her life. That's what's wrong with people. I think a lot of the time some women are so hateful at other women because as much as they used to say, they say high side. What did they used to say? Am I saying it wrong? But they try to act like they got it all together, but they really are really not happy. And you can tell,
that's called a front.
Yeah, a front. What is that word they used to say back in the day when I was a kid? I forgot what it was. What you know what I'm saying when it's fronting, but it's another word. Y'all know what I'm talking about? But anyway,
I think so, but I can't think of the word.
I can't think of it either right now, and I know I said it wrong. But basically, front in front of other people as if they got it all together, and they try to down other women, And it's just like, my thing is, and this is just me, and this is where I may sound a little vulgar. And I say, if you say you happy with your life and you got everything going for you, and you got a good man and he blowing your back out, why you so mean? Why you so hateful? Right? I just know for me, if I got it like that, there's no way I'm gonna be hateful, grumpy, mean-spirited, just vile with my mouth if I got the world in my hand. I got a nice house. I drive a nice car. I got a man blowing my back out. You should be smiling every day.
I would be on this here app. Shit.
That's why they have the saying, and I might be wrong when I quote this, but what is it? Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. People will tell you anything, Selena. Trust me. They'll tell you anything to make themselves look good. That's why I said just let them talk. At the end of the day, a lot of times that's all they have. A bunch of bullshit.
Right. Let them have it.
All that's coming out their mouth is a bunch of bullshit. They're not happy. I guarantee you all the ones on here huffing and puffing and cussing people out and all this, when they get out for this app, they're crying. They ain't gonna tell you that. They crying. They sitting on the bathroom floor in the corner, crying their eyes out. Miserable.
Punching
Can't
the
even
air.
sleep. Gotta pop pills to go to sleep and shit. They ain't happy. They ain't got no love. Nobody loves them. Nobody cares. So they get on this app and they front. Oh, I have this. I got this. All right, but you on here trying to prove that to us. The real woman ain't gotta prove shit to nobody. You ain't gotta like me. I like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God loves me.
Hey,
When you know who you are, you're not bothered by another woman, baby. You know, a lot of times, I'm telling you, darkness don't like light. And sometimes some of us women, we shine bright. And they don't like that. How dare you shine brighter than me? You know what I'm saying? How dare a man give you a compliment more than he compliments me? Or if he even gives you a compliment at all. They don't like that. It's a lot of jealousy on this app. Oh, they like Selena. Oh, they like it. It's crazy. It's crazy. What does it matter? Be grateful and thankful for the people that do like you.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Stop trying to force yourself on people.
Right.
Can we stop liking people for the money? The name?
Well, hold on, Earth Day, because your phone is acting
It's
up.
kinda
It's
muffled.
muffling.
Okay,
Hey, lovely. Thank you for joining me. This is your first time coming. I appreciate it. Hey, Uncle L, how are you? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. So yeah,
now?
yeah, I can hear you better now.
Okay, I apologize. Can we stop sitting up here asking what you look like, how much money you have? I want to know what's inside your brain. What intelligence you have to bring to the table, and how authentic you are. I don't care about what you look like, because beautiful is within you. Beauty is within you. That's where it stems from. Even certain people you might not find attractive, you see so much more beauty in them than you would see opposed to this person guy. Think about that. Let that just sink in. Is that what y'all going for? I'm going back on.
Yeah, and you're still muffling, but I understand. Hey, Tips, how are you? Thank you for coming through. Can you guys put Tips her channel in my chat for those who would like to subscribe to her? She's a very nice young lady. You guys check her out. Tips World. She's in another sector as well. So I understand. You know, I always thought that, you know, one of my things that I always wanted to, hey, just saying, I always prayed. I said, God, make me beautiful inside and out. And I always started with the inside first, right? Because how you come, how your spirit is, how you come, how your heart is, that really matters the most. Because when you get old, a man is not worried so much about your looks. He's gonna be worried, are you gonna be there for him if he's on his sick bed? Does he enjoy being around you? That's what really counts. When people are at your funeral, your homegoing, right? For the most part, people that come there, hopefully they loved you and they liked you. But you want people to say, even though you won't be able to hear it, I don't think, you want people to have good memories of you. You want people to have enjoyed your company. And when they were around you, it was just like it was like a relief from life, you know, from having a bad day. You shouldn't want somebody every time you turn around, oh, here she come. Here she come. Damn, I get sick of this woman. All she do is complain. All she do is saying something negative about somebody. All she do is being so ugly to other people. That's not way I want to be left. You know, my memories to be left. Thank you so much, boss man. That's not how I want my memories to be. When people think of me, I want people to say, man, I'm going to miss Selena. You know, And that's what I have always prayed, that God help me. And I've even prayed that even more because, like I said, when you get on this app, it can bring some ugly out of you, some real stank ugly out of you, because you want to get to that level just like these other gutter. I'm trying my best. Gutter folks go. And you
want to say whores, don't you?
Low. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. I'm trying. Work with me. You want to go as low as them, right? So my prayer for myself was, God, help me to be beautiful inside and out.
Amen.
So for the most part, it's always going to be people that's going to dislike you. It's always going to be people that's going to misjudge you, to say ugly things about you. You could have not did anything to them, said not a word of unkindness to them. So it's always going to be people like that. I'm not worried about people like that. But for the most part, I want people to actually have enjoyed my presence. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
That's important.
And so when I go to some of these people's funerals and they say all these wonderful things about people, and they really mean it in their heart, they're not just saying it just to sound good, that person has touched somebody's life or touched people's lives. Mm-hmm. Right? When I had an aunt, my oldest aunt, she died when she was, it was really a shock because she was the family historian. When she died, it was so many people that came to her funeral and talked about how of a good person and how she helped other people, and how not only was she beautiful on the outside, because ain't many Joe, she had a beautiful face, round face just like me. She had hazel eyes. She had long, light brown hair, and she was 4'11". She was very short, but she was the cutest thing. And people talked about how beautiful she was on the outside, but most of all, they talked about how beautiful she was on the inside. How she would help people, cook people food that didn't have food, took care of other people's children that their parents wasn't around, helped her mother and her father, and did the most for her family. This is the kind of things that people remember. Yes. They also remember when you're extremely cruel, when you're extremely petty and mean, and you're mean-spirited, always cussing and fussing at folks, always talking about people behind their backs. That's what they also remember as well. So I don't want to be left like that with the real people around me. I ain't talking about YouTube, social media people. I'm talking about real people that I see every day. That I've experienced and that have experienced me. People that I've met, right? So those are the things that's important to me. It's not, yes, I love to, look good on the outside, get my hair done, maybe sometimes wear makeup, maybe not, have a nice outfit, nice dress. I love to look good on the outside, but it's even more important for me to work on my inside. And that's why sometimes when my attitude is stank, I stay away from people. I stay offline because I know I can be straight up ignorant. So since I know that about myself, and I don't want to put that my bad spirit on other people, I take a step back and I regroup and I try again the next day, right? So yeah, that's all I had to say about that. I know I overtalk, but hey, it just hit me to talk about that at the moment.
It's your panel, child. Who the
hell? And you guys are welcome. Tips, if you would like to come on my platform, and Tanya, you're more than welcome. Whoever would like to come on my platform, the link is is pinned at the very top. So if you would like to come up, you're more than welcome. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, it's still muffling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still muffling.
Well, all I know is I am responsible for me, Like Miss Collins said, we can just go ahead and ignore them. But sometimes that little voice be whispering, "Girl, get them," and you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I be look.
they be like,
Look, Phoenix. I be like that
man,
song.
listen,
Nothing but love.
don't you let them do this to you, girl. You better let them know who you is, girl.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to tell you, like.
Now look, don't get it twisted. I can go there too. It took me a
Oh,
while
we
to get
know.
to this point in life,
Oh, we know.
but I've
I'm
learned
just
during the
saying.
years. It's all about them, and it ain't got nothing to do with me. And I'm
You
not
know what
about
though?
to let you make me feel the way that you feel. Just
I ain't
not
gonna
gonna
even
let
front.
you do that.
My pastor had something like that to say this morning, so I'm like, but what about? No, I can't do that. So I know, like I was saying, you said ignore them, and sometimes I got that voice in my head, like, girl, look, you don't let nobody test you like that.
Right.
I understand, but they look here. I don't fight demons. I leave that to the Lord.
Yeah, and sometimes I didn't leave it up to him. I just did.
That is a spirit, right? Because sometimes he took a little long, girl. Then what I had liked it for it to have happened, but this is a spiritual warfare. I'm gonna let him go ahead and handle that.
Right. And the entities, they know and when I say entities, these demonic, entities or whatever, for those who believe in it, that control other people, they know our triggers. I mean, one thing about,
because they study us.
Yeah, one thing about people that have that monitoring familiar spirit in them, they really observe you, they watch you, they see where your I would say there's holes in your armor, where your triggers are. So they know because they study you. See, they study who you are, they study how you respond to certain things. So since they already know some of that, they don't know everything about you, of course, and thank God for that, but they study you enough to know some things that might make you go to the gutter, right? And so those are the things that I am aware of. I'm learning to be more aware of it, because before I was like, I don't give a damn, I'm gonna cuss it. No,
man.
Yeah, I can't do that. Right. I gotta remember that these people, these entities know my triggers. So am I going to allow them to pull my strings? I've said it a few times, like a puppet, or am I going to be in control of me? Am I going to be in control of me? Right. And a lot of the times as women, because depending on how we were raised, some of you guys know I had a village to raise me, but one of the people that raised me was my father. So I have to balance that masculine spirit that wants to sometimes come out and understand I don't have to fight for myself. And really, to be honest with you, in my real life, I got people that fight for me. As me being a young lady, I don't have to, fight for myself. And what I mean when it comes to another man, I'm good. I have protection in real life.
Same here.
And it's also called
here.
That's another protection as well. So I'm good in my real life. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to trying to let people know I ain't to be played with, yes, there is a time where you will have to let people know that, but it shouldn't be all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because you lose your essence to me as a woman. People don't know if they're talking to a man or a woman, because some of these women they got more balls than a man. And I forget.
Right. Now, I will say this, because Cat Daddy just asked that question: if it's masculine energy that takes over a woman when that mean shit happens. No, sir. That I will not put that on masculine energy. That is catty energy. That is envy energy. That is jealous energy. Those are
Sucky devil.
spirits. Again, we do not fight against flesh and blood,
Mm-hmm.
but spiritual principalities.
Sucky
It's the spiritual
devil.
warfare. That envy is a spirit. Jealousy is a spirit. Catty is a spirit.
Right.
Just plain mean is a spirit. Evil is a spirit. As
Mm.
Satan.
Right.
And these things come up that has nothing to do with masculine energy. Masculine is a grown man energy.
Yep.
Right.
And grown men don't act like that.
Now, I can see some when I think of masculine, I'm talking about more of like I gotta protect myself because I can't, you know.
Nope.
Yeah, you're
that's
talking about in a sense of protecting yourself against
Yeah.
a man, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm talking
that's
about.
Yeah.
your part.
Well, you
But
kind of have to. You would have to take on a masculine role to try to fight a man, be it physical or verbal.
yeah,
No,
but
well, let's see.
Because
Women are stronger verbally.
You think so?
Absolutely. We are stronger verbally.
See, I don't
They
really.
are- they are
I'm
stronger
I don't really
physically.
argue with men like that,
It's
yo.
coming.
I really don't.
Right.
No, you don't at all.
no,
I
I
don't
don't
do
really
that.
either. I don't
don't.
do it either. I've
I
had
don't either.
disagreements, but
I don't go back and
Yeah,
forth
I'll
with no
say,
man.
you know, a little something, then I'm out the door. I'm gone.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'm just gonna be a realist on here. I don't go back and forth with a real man. But if a fake one come up to me, I'm gonna have to defend and you know. Anyway,
Well, honey, what that look like?
yeah.
And then
He
and
said,
also, yes, that.
no,
Let me say this before you finish, Earth Day. I want to say when I say masculine energy, yes, I am talking a little bit some of how some women they come off very hard like a man. That's another thing. That's what I'm saying too. So even though they have the jealousy and all of that, yes, but they come off very hard, like, you know, like a man would be trying to protect himself. And a lot of the times when you see women being hard like that and going at other men, that to me is a masculine spirit, with also them being hateful, mean, or whatever. I mean, but it comes across to me like they're hard, like they're trying to be stronger than a man, and they're proving to a man, you ain't gonna run me, you ain't gonna do this. And I'm not saying stand up for yourself. That's not what I'm saying, because you better not raise your hand up at me, raise your voice, because I'm not gonna do it to you. But at the same time, as you know, some women, they just be so hard to where they almost act like a man. That's what I'm talking about too.
I understand that, but what I was saying was, if a woman does that, honey, that's just the energy is stupid. I'm sorry, because you know daggone well you're not gonna beat no man physically.
no.
You just not. And so for you to be trying to fight a man or run up on a man, or do something to a man, that's still not masculine energy. That is something else. Something that took over that woman that made her forget she was a woman.
That is outside of yourself.
She outside of her weight class. So you better remember who you is, girl, and sit down in that corner and tap your feet, because you're not gonna win that. Now, verbally, that's one thing. I think we are stronger verbally because we cut real quick. Feelings, emotions, everything. But as far as physically trying to go after a man, nah, that's the energy of stupid. Because you know daggone well, before you even got up to run toward him, you lost.
So can I have, let me just piggyback on what Kenny just said.
Okay.
He said that we cut more with words. So would we say that with guys getting more I know, that's what I was about to say, Caddy. Would we say that the mouth is more masculine and cutting hard?
No.
That's what he just said. Because I mean, I'm gonna say something after that. Getting physical, like we say what you just said. A man can go really up against because we cut quick, hard.
Right.
So we say like with some men emotionally when they attacking or physically get violent with a woman, could it be because of that? Because they can't handle the words.
What
I'm
I'm
just asking a
saying
question.
is,
I'm not coming with a theory. I'm asking a question.
I know, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, we verbally, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Got that the tongue is the most powerful muscle in the body. But for women, we can emasculate a man with
Yes.
our words. We can tear down a man with our words.
Right.
We can
And
speak
even the
death over
Bible
a
told on
man
that.
with our words. That has nothing to do with masculine energy. Nothing. It is just a gift that we have to see because we were created to be the helpmate of a man. And that means building
Yes.
that
Yeah.
foundation.
Exactly.
Yes.
We build our men up.
Yep.
We encourage our men and
Not,
children, not just the
not tear
man, the
them down.
children.
Right.
See, we
The
have
Bible
a
says that though.
responsibility. Yeah, we have a responsibility to that household, our men and our children. We're pouring life into our household with our
Yes.
words.
Yes.
That is where our strength lies. That's why I said we
Mm.
are verbally stronger. Men are physically stronger because their role was to take care of the household outside of the home, provide, protect. We profess over our house. We speak life over our house.
Yes.
We give positive energy and let it flow through our house.
Hmm.
And then we teach not only just our husband, but our children to do the same thing
Yeah.
as they grow.
Right. Like
That
in
is our role.
Proverbs.
Yes.
Proverbs 14:1, a wise woman builds the house, but a foolish one she tears it down.
Hello.
Baby.
Say it. Say it, sis.
So a
Where you
lot of
think I
these
got it from,
women,
girl?
they
Oh.
they just some foolish women. That's all it is to it. They foolish.
Right, right,
That's what I'm
Supposed to
saying.
be
That's the
helping
spirit
that
of
man build,
stupid.
girl. Don't be tearing them down. Build them up.
Build them
Right.
up.
and see,
Because we want our men to build, we want our men to learn how to build us up as well.
Yeah.
boy,
It's reciprocal.
and men, if you, hey Rosa, if you ever want to men know what type of woman you should run from, you guys need to read Proverbs 5 because and get the new version that is not not the King James version, but the what do you call that version where
The
like
NIV.
The
NIV,
yeah.
yeah. Get the
NIV version. Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
You need to read
Uh-huh.
Proverbs 5, man. If you like, Proverbs has a lot of, whether you believe in the Bible or not, Proverbs has a lot of wisdom in there. And
Yes. It
so
Absolutely.
does.
Baby.
it,
That's
I
the
said it
wisdom book.
once. If you want to read Proverbs and you don't want to go all the way through it, just read it one chapter a day. It's like what, 30 to 31 chapters? Read it for a
Y'all
month.
better get the audio version and
Yeah.
keep
You
it
will get
moving.
it. You will get it. You will get it. But the reason
Matter of
why I say
fact,
that because people can't take that much information sometimes.
I know. I
They
know.
need a
yeah, I
little
was
piece by
studying
piece.
Proverbs when I was away from
Break it
YouTube
down.
for those 40 days.
Huh?
Mm.
I said that's what I was studying was Proverbs while I was gone those 40 days.
Uh-huh.
That's
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah, my aunties
as
would hit
well.
me to Recital Proverbs. And
Mm.
it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And as much as I read the Bible, I never really went to Proverbs. But when I went to Proverbs, it was very eye opening for me.
right.
It
You
really
know,
was.
I have my title up there. It says Sister Circle. I meant to say, look,
Am
I
I
made a
my sister
mistake.
kid?
Child,
I
I
knew
was
what you was
just
trying to
look.
say, girl.
Oh, believe me, I said I'm in education. I got it. Look, I gotta go back and check. But am I okay? Now Earth Day, you're on camera. Okay, so
No, I'm not.
okay, you were. Okay.
She's so silly.
Um,
I think you're breaking up, Selena.
Yeah, where she go?
what do you think my
Oh,
sister's keeper? What? How can you be your sister's keeper?
Okay, we're gonna start from whoever. Who's gonna go, and then
I'm
I
gonna
was gonna
start
ask
with.
her who going.
I'm gonna start with. Then go to Earth Day. I'm gonna go to Miss Collins. Hey, Naomi.
because I'm the one that
Dang, I
talks to
gotta
me.
go
I already know
first.
what I'm
Dang
gonna
it.
say. Okay, so I'm not gonna make it
Ugh.
short.
Just go.
Okay.
Definition of sister circle to me. Sister
Dang
circle. What
it.
is the definition of sister circle? Sister circle is
No, she
being.
said no. She said, "What is the definition of
Then Earth
sister's
Day.
keep?"
Then Miss Collins. Thank you, Russell.
I go first, so Miss, I'ma take over everything and won't give nobody no chances.
I didn't hear. No, she was talking when you said that. Pepper. She was talking when you said that, sis. I didn't hear the last part. What is
I
the
say, how she
definition?
just gonna call me out my name like that? That's some bullshit. Anywho, you mean chick, you?
Salute, Russell.
My sister's keeper.
Oh,
I
okay.
would first start to say iron sharpens iron.
Okay.
I am encouraging to my sister, no matter what she's going through. I'm always supportive. I am not the one to sugarcoat nothing, though. I'm going to tell you the truth regardless, and you gonna accept it or not. Because I don't want my sister to sit up there and just tell me some shit that she think I want to hear. I want the truth. No matter, I ain't gonna like it. I'm probably not gonna want to hear it in that moment, but I know that's what's best for me. And then I try to do the same for my sister. I'm always going to encourage and be supportive, no matter what your goals are. I'm going to help you through. If there's any way I can help, I'm going to help, whether it be researching or trying to help you get the plan together, or just being there in silence, because sometimes you just need to vent and don't need to hear a conversation. So
Yes.
that for me is being my sister's keeper. There's a lot more, but that's just the basis. Earth Day, you're next. Stinky girl.
You know what?
Huh?
I'm just going to let that go by right now. I'm going to
First of
go
all, I would
ahead
like
and
to thank
ignore
Missy. Hey,
the
Tim.
mean girl on the panel for Earth Day. Okay,
Thank
my
you.
definition is my sister keeper is me being very loyal to my sister and protective of her. Sometimes a little too protective,
Oh,
where
Jesus.
I have to,
Oh.
put myself in check because it's not me, it is her. And definitely not telling her what she want to hear, but what she needs to hear. Always being there for her. Always being a listening ear and as picking back, letting her vent with me interrupting because I'm a jibber
Oh,
jabber.
Jesus.
I'm just being honest. Like, I mean, y'all want me
Girl.
to take on
Girl, I
here?
was
No,
wondering
I
when you
will
was going
not.
to tell it. I was
I will
wondering.
not. I will not. But I am that sister's keeper that you will love to hate and love at the same time. Because that's just who I am.
Okay. And I would like to say this before. Thank you so much, EJ. I really appreciate you, sweetie. I really do. Thank you so much, Russell. Thank you, Missy. I'm glad to see you. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate you. Golton, this is a women's panel. So we're not having men up here today. I'm sorry. You can come back to another open panel.
Russell,
Okay?
ain't it your weekend with the kids? Why you asking? You done lost the babies, Lord Jesus.
What baby's that, Russell?
It's your weekend with the kids. How you lose the kids?
Russell.
He done left them at Six Flags.
He ain't cussing and fussing today. He having a good day. Russell ain't cussing and fussing, Lord.
That's
Okay,
good.
come on, Miss Collins. Y'all have some good definitions.
Well, I agree with everything Phoenix and both Earth Day said. Loyalty is key. My main thing is, look, we ain't gotta all be in competition with each other.
Man,
Let's meet each other where we at. We all different.
Yes.
We all bring different things to the friendship, to the sisterhood. You're gonna be stronger in areas where I'm weak, and I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, stronger in areas where you're weak. And sometimes I just need you to be the shoulder that I need to lean on. I need you to be my confidant. I need you to know when I just need you to listen. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
All right, now.
Oh, Lord, y'all crazy. Okay.
I need you to hold those opinions for a
You know
second
what?
and let me vent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you could give me your spiel and your thoughts and what you think about this. And sometimes I don't need you to even do that.
After I'm done.
Yeah, just we could change the whole conversation. Just let me vent. You know, but I think, you know, you got to meet each other where you at, you know, and don't be trying to change people. So be quick to change people, you know, be accepted to who you know. Because they got people, they don't, you know, you want your friend to change the way they dress, the way they behave. You know, no. You can love them for who they are because that's who they are. You know what I'm saying? You can wear your hair the way you want, wear dress the way. That don't have nothing to do with me. And I shouldn't be bothered by that. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And I just think it's all about acceptance, you know, and we got to learn how to love each other. You got to show a person how to treat you and how you want to be respected and what's acceptable and what's not. You know, so it's, I mean, it takes all parties, you know, you got to work at it, just like in a relationship with you and your man. It's just, you know, you got to all put in, you know. So that's what sisterhood is to me. You know, we ain't gonna always agree, and that's fine. And if you think I'm wrong, tell me, girl, look, you could have handled this better, or I think you was down bad. Mature women, we can get past that. We can agree to disagree. You know, because I think it's just crazy to even think that you're going to agree about every single thing. No. That's not a requirement of you for me to be considered your friend or your sister. If you don't like that I did something, hey, feel free to tell me, you know, you shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? Because I will hope that you would like me to do the same thing to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you.
So that's where I'm coming from. That's pretty much.
Cat Daddy said, wait, I guess the question is, being a better sister helps you to be a better woman for your man?
No, that's not what we're saying.
No.
Okay, she said, am I my sister's keeper? What that got to do with a man?
Who said that?
Cat Daddy, he was asking a question.
Now, if you're asking a question of if we're having issues or if we're venting about our man, would that sister be the first say, girl, leave him? That's a different type of question. Will they start man bashing? No, that's not being your sister's keeper. Being your sister's keeper is staying objective and looking at both sides. Again, we're going to tell our sister the truth. And we can't tell her the truth by just being on her side of things. That's not cool. Right. If that man is doing everything he's supposed to be doing and she's still finding issue in the little shit, I'm going to be the one saying, girl, you know you tripping. What is your problem?
Right.
Do you know how rare having that man? No, it's not one and the same. Do you know how rare it is to have that type of man, that women is just clamoring for some type of man like that, and you over here nitpicking?
Right.
Okay, so can I ask you a question, Cat Daddy, respectfully, because we've been cool in the chat. So don't be offensive with what I'm about to ask. If a woman doesn't have a sisterhood or have anybody she can talk to, and she is having problems within her life. And I'm not going to just specifically pin it on a man because it's not just a man that's in a woman's life, it's life itself, just like it is for a man. Who does she go to then?
She can't go to another man because you be tripping about that shit.
So what I'm saying is we're talking about the healthy way of having a sisterhood, of non-biased, not telling me to leave my man, not telling me that, oh, he's not shit or I'm not shit, excuse my language, but that type of thing. Who do you go
Right,
to?
that's what
What's the go-to?
Right.
That's the question to you. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm simply asking you a critical question like you just asked us about, is that, you know, who do you go to then? Because maybe you have an answer for that. And if you do, I would love to know.
Right. And in
Because
some
who do you
cases,
talk
if a
to?
woman don't have a sister to go to vent, she's gonna dump a lot of that out on you, buddy
A
boy.
lot on you, her
Oh,
children,
child.
her
You
family,
gonna have to hear a lot of that.
no one to go to. Oh my.
And
You
she
talking
gonna be
about an
singing
angry
Escape.
lady.
Who can I
Y'all,
run to?
white Karen ain't gonna have shit on that
You
sister.
gonna be hating to go home a many a
I
days.
promise you. White Karen ain't gonna have shit on her.
You gonna be in the
Understand me?
bars looking for her some friends.
Hell
Can
Right.
you
yeah.
please? Can you please?
Take
Co-workers.
this crazy woman off my hands.
Right. Take her out. I pay for it.
Right.
And I
Hell.
actually
Shit.
learned this through my own real blood sister because my sister have, connect with her friends and sisters. It is good. I don't have an answer. I'm just asking, I'm just getting a woman's perspective.
Yeah, cause he
Okay.
needs to know. He a
Okay.
man. He needs to know.
Okay. You just being nosy. Okay, boo.
Hmm.
Listen here, cat daddy. We need to have an outlet. There is no things, we already know within our race, you're supposed to go seek therapy, and a lot of people can't afford it, unfortunately. And it's a lot of therapy that we all need. But nevertheless, the one thing that we have been lacking of is sisterhood within our community. And I think
Yep.
it should stop. I think that we should stop, judging each other. I don't care, even if I disagree with my sister, I don't have to bang on you and talk down on you. Even when I said you was pretty and now all of a sudden I'm not talking to you, you're not, type of thing. Mean girl type of thing. That's the subject we're talking about.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go there. You can just break away and just agree to break away.
Right.
But see that mean girl streak, that attention, that mommy or daddy or family wasn't their streak, that's still lying deep within you that you don't even want to touch. You blame it on everyone else. And we see this on YouTube with a lot of the older women.
Right. And you know what I find? It's a
The
lot of
older women.
instigators. It's a lot of instigators. Because sometimes you might find a
Mm.
young lady or whatever. She may not want to address something, but you got to say something. You should say, no, you have a choice.
Mm. Right.
Sometimes you need to just sit down, girl, and be cute. You think you cute? Show them, girl, I'm cute. I'm just sit here and be cute and eat my food or whatever. You're going to read a book or whatever. Let them talk. Let them talk. I'm telling you, they'll get over it. And if they don't get over it, they're going to get tired eventually. You can let them have that. If especially that's all they have, just let them do what they going to do.
Go on.
All that ugliness, that's them. That's how they feel. And they want you to feel that same way. I promise you. That's the goal. I don't like the way I feel. And I don't want you to feel better than me. Misery, what is it? Misery loves
Misery
company.
loves company.
They
Yep.
want you to be
And
miserable like them. Don't
misery
let
loves
them have that.
company.
You have a choice. I promise you. You don't have to do it. You don't have to respond. I am proof. Trust me.
Yes, she is.
Oh
I
my
done been
God.
in
Yeah.
titles. I done been talked about on
Quiet.
panels. They done called me all kind of bees and hoes and all
Mm.
this ungodly stuff. And I did. Y'all know when the last time y'all see me on the panel?
This
Oh
Have I made any posts or anything about it?
no, you never
I'm
did that.
telling you,
You
you
never did.
have a choice. And don't let them make you feel like you gotta respond. Like, where's that written that you have to respond to everything that
I
somebody
had to
says
learn that.
about you?
I will also add that when you do deal with someone with the mean girl spirit, as a man, you better pay attention to those red flags because
Mm-mm,
again, that woman is not healed. And if she
mm-mm,
out here being venomous toward other people, but she
mm.
supposedly is a good woman to you, baby, it's only gonna be a matter of time before she turns on you
Snake.
because
Right.
she's gonna run everybody else away. That includes family and friends.
Even your
And then
kids.
she ain't gonna have no one to take out any of that venom on. Cause it's gonna get boring.
Mm.
And then she's going to turn it in on her household.
Even your
And
kids.
you better watch. Well, she don't treat me like that. Oh, give it time, baby. It's coming. It's coming. Cause she done ran everybody off. Again, she is not healed. And so for whatever that is, whatever that spirit is that she's fighting on a daily basis and constantly losing because she's taking it out on others, it's coming. So you better watch out for that. That's why a lot of women be like, I don't see how that man is married to that woman because there's
Mm.
something wrong with her. She is not healed. She is bent. And
He
she
paid
has
to say
not
you
made any effort to straighten herself out. And to put that on you or make that your sole responsibility is messed up because she's not taking any of it.
Right. And let me tell you, if the head ain't right, everything else gonna be screwed up.
Baby.
If
Cat
your
Daddy.
head
It was
ain't
in the
right,
cosmos.
your body is shot down. Trust me.
Mm.
Trust me. You in bad shape.
It was in the cosmos.
Mm.
You were supposed to come over here. That's why.
So that's just something else about mean girls. But again, when you have that good sister circle that you can go to and lean on and encourage and again learn from, or even have those that are open to be taught as well from you, because iron sharpens iron.
Right.
Stay in that encouragement. Pray for your sister, and not one of those prayers that say, Lord, let me get it before her, but no, let her get what is supposed to be hers. I want to
Definitely.
see whatever it is your vision is for her coming into fruition. However, I could be a vessel, Lord. Please help me be that vessel to help her get to that next level that she is supposed to be on due to your plan. You pray for your sister.
Yes.
And there is no malice, no jealousy, no envy in that because you know
Mm.
your time is coming. What is for you is for you. You don't have that, well, I'm going to be smiling in her face, but dogging her behind her back type of energy.
Good point. Now I have a question for you. What if your sister goes against
What the hell she got a question for?
you? Hmm?
I'm sorry, what? What if
What if
what?
your sister goes against you? As
But she's
as
not
you
my
friends?
sister.
Yeah.
She's not my sister.
Okay.
She was a plant by the enemy to
Hmm.
distract me. That's
Okay.
not a sister.
I just wanted to put that out. It's just certain things that these are things that we're speaking on, so that will help people, other
Hold
people,
on. It's like two other chicks on this. Why the hell you asking me that?
because you was talking.
Alone?
Because you was talking.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to
You
say,
see how she
girl,
picking me, y'all? Because she was talking.
I'm
We,
just
we have a love
wondering.
hate. Y'all will learn
Y'all
that.
do a mess.
Ask y'all this.
Yeah,
Let me ask.
we
Not.
do.
I want to make sure I read cutting edge question, but I also want to say too, if you are a real friend you really develop a real sisterhood, you wouldn't have a problem with having a conversation with that person and working it out.
Oh, fuck
Right.
Right. So
Right.
when Earth Day was asking, what if you have someone, that turns on you, that person wasn't really your sister. That person really was your friend.
Exactly.
Because those type of people that, that don't want to have a conversation. Now, you was good with just 6 months ago. So now that there has been a hiccup or there's been a misunderstanding or something has occurred, some kind of conflict, then, well, I'm just done. Block. Instead of you having a conversation and being adults about it, that shows who's a real friend. See, I got friends today that if we have an issue, we communicate with each other, and before we get off that phone, we're good. Number one, we love each other, and we know that we don't have any ill will towards each other. We don't have any competition with each other. So I can go and have a conversation with my friends, and we are good by the end of the conversation. When we hang up, we're good. That's it. We don't have to talk about it. It's already done. Right. So those are when you can tell when you have real friends and a real sisterhood, when you have disagreements and you don't fall out.
Right.
The question that Cutting Edge says, question for you, y'all lovely ladies, due to the advancement of technology, e.g., various apps, has that diminished real interaction when it comes to sisterhood?
Not a real sisterhood for me, no.
Not if you allow it to be.
Because
that's virtual.
In a sisterhood, you want to feel their energy, and you can't do that through no app.
No.
You want to have that direct face-to-face conversation with them, get their natural reaction in certain things. You actually want to have a private conversation, and that's not going to happen over an app. So no. For the younger generation, maybe because that's how they grew up communicating. But for us who were there before social media, baby, no, that's not how we communicate. Because we're not used to communicating in that way.
Yes. I agree.
And you crazy. These ain't kind of crazy. You can really have some even good connections online too. You just have to find the right people that are like-minded. If you are not finding certain people that they're not like-minded, they can never be a true friend to you. They don't even know what a friend is, but they're asking for loyalty that they have no idea what it means because they're so busy, on the low competing with you. Right. You don't even know it. You just know that sometimes they act strange and do strange things. You have no idea that low key, that person might not like that. Hey, John, how are you? Good to see you. So you don't really know. So I say for those type of women, I stay far away. Once I see you start acting kind of funny like that, I move accordingly and I move away. Because we don't need to, but hey, how you doing? And that's pretty much it. We don't need to talk on the phone. We don't need to talk on the DM. We don't need to do none of that. Just go your way, I go mine. And it is what it is. Right? So when I think of my sister's keeper, I think of kind of like basically what you guys are saying. Wanting someone that will tell you the truth. You don't have to worry about them lying to you, to make you feel better, because that's the worst type of person to be. Okay, it's 2 Earth days, so I don't know. Is this you? Or I don't know. She has 2 Earth days up here. So let me. Okay.
It's me. This is me.
Okay. Yeah,
I got a call from baby boy.
Okay, these people weird, so I gotta check. So you don't know what I'm saying about a sister keeper. I said somebody that will just tell you anything, and they know you look a hot mess.
Right.
Say for instance, you go somewhere and your lace front is pushed all the way back. And you can't see it, but that person seeing it, and that person letting you walk all the way around an event with your wig pushed back. You're not really a friend to that woman.
Oh no, that ain't a friend.
Why you didn't tell that woman her wig was all the way pushed back?
You are not my friend. You see, I done came out the bathroom. My dress is up my ass.
No, you ain't my
friend.
Now,
before we leave out and I see that wig pushed back, I'm laughing. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a giggle.
Let me tell
that
you
shit
guys.
look crazy.
Let me tell you guys something.
That wig.
Right, like girl, I'm gonna need you to look in the mirror because this is the
women.
Like,
when I'm leaving out the bathroom, Caucasian at that, they'd be like, "Oh no, here." I'm like, "Thank you." I'm like, "She ain't even my friend." And I was with you heifers and y'all didn't even say nothing.
Right.
I was like, a stranger telling me,
having your girl looking crazy out here. Don't do that.
How you want to be out here just looking like that? Oh, willy nilly.
Right. Also,
not the willy or the nilly.
Let me say this. I also when I think of sisterhood, I think of somebody that you can actually like. If you have an issue, like I said earlier, you guys can come together and have a conversation and squash whatever it is, whatever misunderstanding is. You don't talk about this person behind their back. Whatever you need to say, you say up front to that person. Right. So this person know, hey, I'm not talking about you. This is really how I feel. You know, I'm telling you. I'm not telling nobody else. I'm not telling Keisha, Tiff. I'm telling you. That to me is a sister's keeper. When you tell the person how you feel about them honestly. When you another thing that I see that I have with my friends in my sisterhood is loyalty. Like if it come down to where we gotta throw hands and not in prayer and laying on the hands, I'm gonna be ready. I'm not gonna let you get beat up
all the time
and have this woman beating up on, like, say for instance, her friend and her other friend coming up on you. I'm gonna come in there and do what we do.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Right. Hey, sweet, like Venom, thank you for coming through. I'm not gonna have you out there, fighting for your life. That's the thing. And and if I see you in a relationship and y'all just having problems like a normal relationship, I am not gonna say to you, you need to leave that nigga. He ain't no good. Out of jealousy. Right. If this is a man that's really good for you, y'all just going through a hard time, I say, sis, first of all, you need to either go talk to somebody, but y'all need to work it out. Right. Y'all need I don't care if I'm still single or whatever. I want to make sure that you're good, and I don't want to take away from your blessing, because like Phoenix said, you just like how you can be blessed, I can be blessed too. It may not be my time. So I want to encourage you to work things out with your significant other and not be like, well, that nigga, you need somebody, because guess what? Ain't nobody perfect.
And you know how many women has gotten caught up in that stuff where a so-called friend is giving them bad relationship advice just because they're single and miserable. But you know what they do when they get their man?
They don't let you come to their house. They don't call you. They don't answer the phone.
They cut you off, right? Because they don't want that karma. They not gonna take that chance of you giving them the same bad advice they gave you. Now, how you out here cold, lonely, and single?
And in some cases,
from that good man,
go talk to the man on self.
Girl, and you trying to call him and she answer the phone.
Now, Cat Daddy, if you still in the chat, welcome to real sisterhood. This is the definition of real sisterhood, okay?
And
we're not gonna put a E.
People say,
we're gonna put a double E. Real sisterhood.
And you know what we forgot to add too? I'm sorry, Earth Day. But
she cut people off all the time. It's okay.
You know what?
But
I can't stand you.
me and her day, we been cool for a long time, and we love each other
Yes,
like
Lord.
sisters, for real, for real.
Yes.
And there's been times I done had to pray for her, and she done had to pray for me.
Amen.
Girl,
Phoenix,
Right.
you
I
a
done
you
newborn
probably
cried on
had
baby
to
her
too.
lay out
Shut
behalf,
up.
and she done
prostrate.
cried on
I'm
mine.
saying Phoenix.
Girl, Miss Collins, you had to lay out prostrate, didn't you,
Oh my God. This is what we do, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, this is our sisterhood. This
You
is the
say,
definition
Lord,
of
Lord.
sisterhood.
You say, bring you any bird. This one is heavy,
Mm-mm.
Lord.
I have had to talk her off the edge, baby. Like,
Yes,
Honey,
Lord.
please, look, don't you hit no more panels.
Get your ass,
girl.
I was
look,
ready to
get your ass
cack.
down, Earth
It's
Day.
something, girl. You gonna get your
Calm
ass the
down.
hell up off of there?
Oh yeah, she do a
Yes,
Yes,
lot.
Lord.
yes,
Mm.
yes, yes,
And
See,
then
look,
honey.
if it wouldn't be for the sisterhood, that's what I want to tell y'all. Y'all want to hear about sisterhood. If it wouldn't be for the sisterhood, I don't know where I'll
And guess
be.
what? In
Let me
sisterhood,
talk
it ain't
like
always gonna
so.
be pretty. It ain't always gonna be pretty.
At
Look what
Everything
I've
all.
ain't gonna
been
be
through.
smooth,
Okay, I said it's gonna be times
you
where I
know.
know I need to
It's
hear
gonna
it, but
get
I ain't gonna want
And
to hear it
every
at
ugly.
that
word pie
time.
don't come with a bunch of kinks and stuff in it. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes. It will get
Mm-hmm.
ugly.
well, I was always like the hard hit child. So
Oh,
my, and my friends always have to be like, and y'all kind of know, I can be a
No
little,
comment.
got
No
no
Yep,
comment.
comment.
I know. We
I'm
ain't
going.
gonna comment on
I'm
that.
going on mute. I'm
No,
going on
Yeah,
no
mute.
hold on. Let
comment.
me go back.
Shay about to kick me off her panel.
listen,
No comment.
listen, go ahead. You can tell me the truth. I can take it. I'm a big girl, right? I know.
She the baby of the bunch.
I know I can
Yeah,
be a
she the
number.
baby.
She the baby.
She the baby of the bunch.
I
Child.
know I can be the number. I can be
Mm.
stubborn. I can have my own way of thinking, and I don't bend, and I don't fold. So that is kind of something that I'm working on because
You sure don't bend. Child. Woo.
shut up. So
She
once I
don't
have my mind,
stretch.
once I have my
No, she
mind
don't.
up, made up,
But that's how much
okay.
love we
That is
have for each other. I hope y'all getting the point of the love of sisterhood.
it.
What we deal with each other. That's how much we love each
That is
other.
it.
We put up with our flaws and our
Yes,
mishaps. We
yes,
still
Absolutely.
here though. Do you
yep,
understand that? Women
yep.
out here. Do y'all hear us talking? We have so many
Woo.
flaws. We not up here
Woo.
telling y'all we perfect.
I
Some
am
people
flawed
will
up,
say,
honey.
"I'm day and
And
Phoenix."
guess what?
Let
A
me
lot
tell
of
y'all this.
times you're
Oh,
gonna hear
here we
shit
go.
you don't want to hear. But
Right.
guess what? You need to hear it, but you don't want to hear
Mm.
it. It may not sound good, but it's good for you. You know
Right.
what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Amen.
You gotta receive it. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's good for you may not come the way that you think it's gonna come. It may not look the way that you want it to look.
What do you say about people that say you can't meet good people on the internet, or you can't have real friendships on the internet? What do you think about that?
And that's a damn lie.
My
That's
question is, are
bullshit.
there internet knowledges to where they know about internet and did they know what internet was going to produce when we first got shown to Wi-Fi and internet? Because if you talk to somebody, a family member, right, and y'all across state, don't you still love that family member? You might not have never met
Right.
that family member, but you
Right.
still love them. So what's the difference?
Mm.
That's a good point. But my
Right.
Now,
thing is,
here is your
oh,
discernment.
oh, never
Trusting
mind.
is just stupidity by you trusting and putting all of your eggs in one batch. Same
Right.
on you, not same on me.
Mhm.
And
I
everybody
was.
experience isn't the same. It's different. I haven't
Exactly.
had that experience. One of my
I
best friends on this app, we we became friends from beefing pretty much in the chat. We had our little back and forths constantly, and I call them almost every day. We
see.
talk almost every day. That is my friend, and they consider me their friend.
So what you saying,
So
sis?
it's very
Maybe.
I'm saying it's possible. It's
Yeah.
possible. You
My
know, a
thing
lot
is
of times
here.
people think we're the way that they are. You know, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
these people, they evil minded. You know, they corrupt in the head. So they think I'm this
They
way
think
and I'm
everybody else
online
is like
and they
that.
think everybody else is like that and that's not the truth. You
Huh.
know? So I mean, your energy, you're gonna draw, you're gonna attract the people that like they're gonna be able to feel your energy and see that you're a good person or
Absolutely.
not. You know what I'm saying? I can legit go to a place by myself and I attract people. I'm like, oh, and it's annoying as hell sometimes. You're like,
Oh my
I
God,
Yeah,
yes.
child, I get it all the
Jesus.
time.
And people
Lord have
just
mercy.
they draw to, like they're drawn to you because your energy, you
Yeah.
have positive energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I can meet friends anywhere. So just like I can meet friends in real life, you can meet them on this app. They
I
got
am
some
never
genuine
alone.
good people on this app. Everybody ain't crooked and corrupt and shit.
So
When
you
those
said
type
This
that
of
the
is
people
person
come
true.
you
your
talk
way,
to,
just say, hey, you're not my cup of tea, and move on.
That's
you
Right.
it.
saying the person you talk to that y'all was at odds, right? So
Yes.
maybe if you talk to the person and get to know them, maybe you'll see that y'all have more like in common, opposed
Yep.
to what you're reading on the app. Because see, a lot of
I
things
feel
people
like that was
misinterpret
directed
what
at
they read.
somebody.
That's all. I'll misinterpret that
Hmm.
shit. I'm going back
Well,
on
here's
mute.
my answer. Thank you for going on mute. Here's my answer. Um, you have people in your family that you cannot stand, and you know them in real life,
Yes, ma'am.
but you know that there are very good people out here in this world. You meet every day. You're gonna meet strangers some kind of way, whether it is at a skating rink, at a bar, at a club, at the movies, somewhere. So it's never like, you get these comments, oh, that's not ideal. It's never ideal to anybody how you met that person, but you still met them and you met them for a reason. Now, some people are there for a season, some people are there for more than that. And you just have to use your discernment to know who is the good person, who is there for you to actually be there for you, and who's there just to get something from you. There's good people all over the place. Just
Right.
because you so happen to have met them on the internet did not make them not good. They're still a good person,
Yes.
regardless of how you met them. Hell, there's people that's internet dating that's married to this day.
Yes, ma'am.
They like, oh,
Very much so.
I met him through a dating app, or I met him on the internet, and we just had chemistry. Okay, well, we know it works then.
Yes, it does. I have a
Mm,
friend. She met her husband on the internet,
mm.
and they've
I'm
been
trying to
together
tell
about
for
10 years now. Married
Oh
for at least
wow.
10 years. Yes,
real.
ma'am.
That's beautiful.
Ma'am.
That is very beautiful.
So it's
Mm.
possible.
It's possible. Nothing is
A
like, oh,
lot
you
of
met him
stuff
at a bar.
happens by
Ugh.
chance, because we didn't come on here looking for friendships or love or
No.
anything.
Or
You don't know who
yeah,
you're going
nothing
to
of
run
that.
across.
Yeah, no.
I sure did.
My theory is that we all babies to the internet. So all of these things that people are trying to put on it, we are still in the process of learning. We still, even though internet started in the 90s with the Wi-Fi, we are still early on to the technology that we are being presented with month after month advancement. So we are still learning. You can't
Yes.
tell me nothing because we are all shooting right now. And it's just as the only thing that the difference of us being publicly is touching each other. And see, that's the part that I miss because I know a lot of things that people say they wouldn't say in your face, but here we are. Still, if you're
I say it.
virtually speaking to somebody and you're constantly talking to them, you can't pick up on whether they full of shit or not full of shit eventually.
Yeah.
I know I can.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That gift of discernment
Yeah.
is a gift, honey, and you better
Yes, it
use your
is.
gift. Use your gift.
Use it
Use your
before you
discernment.
lose it.
Hmm.
And when that something comes to me, I just don't like. I want to like you, but I can't.
Hmm. Yeah.
Something is making me not want to. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's
You,
something
you
blocking that
felt that.
signal, honey,
Y'all
and
all have
and so
Yeah.
felt it.
therefore I gotta go.
Everybody on here, if you virtually talk to somebody and they rubbed you the wrong way, they didn't do
Right.
anything to you, but it's just something about them that is just
Right.
making you feel like,
And let me tell you, sometimes if they have a real, a strong demonic spirit on them, you'll get a headache. You'll get a headache. Trust me. And you'll know that'll be right there. Hey, I don't need to be talking to this person.
what I get is like noise around me. If that
Yeah,
person is
that's one
talking
too.
to
Yeah.
me and I really didn't want to answer their call and they're talking to me, it seemed like every noise, like I can hear the fan right now, or I can hear, turn it off, and I'm not even mad at my environment. I'm mad at the person that's talking to me because I know it's not right. That's discernment, y'all. When your
Yeah.
mood
The
change.
best thing they came up with technology though, is the block button or do not disturb.
You
Because
ain't
there are
lying.
times
Right.
where I need to recharge, and you
Yes,
let that
ma'am.
person know I need to recharge. I need to take a break. I need to just sit with myself and process certain things. And they'll still be like, "Well, she ain't mean it. I'll just call her. It'd be right quick." No, I already told your little funky tail. I need time for myself. That did
Mm,
not include you.
yeah.
Right.
And if you fuck up with my boundary too many damn times, you will get blocked.
No, that's right.
Because I'm telling you what it is, and you basically let me know you don't give a damn.
I didn't. I tried to spare feelings. And then that's probably the crazy part
Well,
of
you
me.
sparing feelings for people that do not spare
No, I
yours.
used to past tense
Yeah, okay.
because when I did, I snapped
Yeah,
afterwards,
okay.
the
Okay.
after effect.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I'm gonna try to believe that.
okay, don't try.
Okay. Okay.
It's
So
either y'all or no. But Caddy,
So,
are you trolling us right now?
yeah,
At
he's
this point,
first of
these
all,
questions that you're
Can I
first
asking,
of
answer?
all,
Can I answer
first of
that?
all,
He
his
Because
name
had
is
I
some
Cat
valid
Daddy.
questions. He had some valid
let
questions.
me answer
he's
Let
that.
him
trolling us,
live.
y'all.
Yeah, Cat Daddy is
Huh?
trolling. He's fun. But listen, I will say
Sunday is the first day of the week,
it
baby.
can be a bad thing,
Ain't it the
very
day before
disappointing
Monday?
thing, but it could also be a
Sunday's
good
the first
thing.
day of the week.
Um, it just depends on the person and what happens in the relationship. Like I've had some people that I've gotten to know on here and I regret knowing them. But then there
Mm.
is some people that I've met and I'm glad that I've met. You know what I'm saying? Hey, life with Tashana,
I'm
thank you
about to
for
make
coming
my
through.
job harder, man.
So,
Oh, okay.
and if you would like to come up, you're more than welcome. I'll be on here
Yeah.
for a few more minutes. But it just depends on it
Well,
just
then
depends
come up.
on the person and the situation, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna say yes and no. Yes and no.
That's my answer as well.
Yeah.
She says have
But
In a
year
lot of
on year,
cases, it's been bad. It's been bad because you
yeah,
have
a
those
lot of
people that
cases,
like to explode, disclose a lot of stuff
yeah,
online. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you could easily call that person and tell them. They'll take it to Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube, whatever. They'll bring it out before you even reach out to your so-called friend. I
right.
think in those cases, that's when it goes bad.
Yeah, I'm
Did you
gonna
say a
say
what
situationship
kind of a
online?
situation? No, I'm about to troll him back.
Girl,
What kind of a situation?
Come on up here, Cat Daddy.
Yeah,
Come on.
what
I
kind
know
of a
you're tired of
situation?
typing. Come on up here
Be more specific,
yeah,
not
come up here and
Pacific,
tell us
but
what's on
that's
your
well,
specific.
mind.
this
a
is listen,
situationship.
guys.
Metallica.
Listen, guys. This is a women panel, so I'm just gonna keep it women because there was the other gentleman that wanted to come up and told him he
Oh,
couldn't,
my
so
bad.
that would
Yeah,
be our
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
well, you can tune in later, Cat Daddy.
So the next
He
time,
said situationship. What's the definition of the situationship? Is
I've
maybe
had
what you should be saying.
situationships. Okay, you said, have you ladies ever had a situationship online? How did it turn out? Do anybody answer that?
No, I have never
because
had a
did you tune in?
situationship online.
Oh,
I damn sure did, but why was the question?
okay. Have you ever had a
Really?
situationship online? How did
Yeah,
it turn
really.
out? Hey, Taryn.
Why is you so hostile for a question though?
Oh gosh, Earth
He
Day.
asked
Just
all of
chill out.
us.
So listen,
What?
this
Did he
is me.
shoot you
Okay,
in the
that was
toe?
that was a tourist in me. My bad.
Yeah,
Did
chill
he
I
out.
shoot
just
you
thought
in the
that was getting
pinky
a little
toe?
personal.
Did he shoot you in the pinky toe?
Can
He kind of did. He stepped on it a little bit. I had on some stilettos.
I please? Okay, so well, situationships or people that you attracted to, whatever. It's nothing. I mean, you're just attracted to people. You flirt with people. You may engage every now and then, but I mean, I haven't had a bad experience. I'm just gonna say that I haven't had any bad experiences with that. Sometimes you're attracted to people and you're just
Yeah.
attracted and it just goes nowhere, but you're still okay. You're not feeling one way or the other. You're just okay. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I just think I know with me, I really try not to jump out the window. I take it for what it is, and then I always say this: I move accordingly. So
Yeah.
I just take it for what it is, and yeah, and it is what it is. But I haven't had any bad situations with a situationship. I'll say that. You just attracted to people; they're attracted
Yeah.
to you, and sometimes it just doesn't go anywhere. But they're attracted to each other, and that is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Yeah,
good
I had one
Lord.
as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't have situationships online. Um, that's not my steez, but I try to keep my interactions online to a minimum as far as where I communicate on YouTube or just um, social media altogether. I have a lot of different social media pages, but I hardly be on them things. When they first came out, sure, it was cool to catch up with some folks. But now, not so much. Rare Money, mind your business.
What red money thing?
Um, Girl, so we all single.
Yeah.
So that's how I don't entertain situationships in my real life, so I'm not gonna do it online. That's just me.
Oh, thank you,
Like
Russell.
Selena said, it's people that you can be attracted to, and certain things that can be attractive about them. But unless I'm like in your presence to feel your energy, kind of taking it like we're still online. So
Yeah, I mean, we got to be realistic
mhm.
um, about things too. I'm not one of these women that it lives in a fantasy world. I believe men when they tell me what they tell me, as far as like if a, if a man tells me, "Hey, I'm attracted to you, but this is basically all it can be," then that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't pretend like I heard something else as far as like, oh, he said, well, maybe. No, he didn't say that. He finds me attractive. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes just because people are attracted to you, it doesn't mean it goes anywhere more than what it is. So I'm not one of those women that live in a fantasy world. Maybe I'm a little bit too logical because some people say I'm like, nah, that ain't but that's just me. Maybe I'm a pessimistic at times. I'm not always an optimistic person when it comes to that. Uh, anyway, Russell says, baby mama, we have a whole internet baby. Stop playing. We are attached for life. The question is when we're
Russell,
gonna
I'm gonna
have
need you to stop.
kid, baby. Good. Look at Rare Money. Wait, Rare Money. My boy. Okay.
Wait a minute,
No,
Russell
no,
Red.
no.
Don't get slapped at it.
No.
Who my YouTube fling? Put the name in the chat. I need to see this.
Put all the names. And you better put the right one,
I'm asking specifically for me. Like I want to know what the hell, because I don't know, and I need to know what he know.
Mine know who his ass is, and he was
Yeah,
turned
and
out to
mine
be
is
a piece of
obsessed, so
shit.
that ain't no fling. That's
He
an
know who
obsession.
he is.
That's a difference. Obsession, fling.
And that's all that matters. And that's all y'all need to know. He know who he is, and he know he a piece of shit.
And I fell in love, he
Damn.
fell asleep, and that's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of
Russell,
pieces of shits around here. Okay, cool.
But you know what? I have some really great men that come and support me. But you know, Russell and Rare Money have a special place in my heart because
Yeah.
I didn't know last summer I was at a family reunion, one of my family reunions. And some people will hit me up behind the scenes talking about, girl, is a guy named Russell and Rare Money fighting over you. I said, what? Who is that? And I was like, what is going on? And so ever since then, Rare Money and Russell, they always will have a place in my heart because they're the ones that would talk about and advertise my platform. I didn't even know it. And these two gentlemen, they really, those are my hearts right there. Rare Money and Russell.
Yeah,
That's right.
them two
That's right.
fools.
But they always have. They really did.
Them two damn fools.
They brought your name up so much to where it really started to, like, I'm like, Selena, I always knew, but I'm like, they keep mentioning you. And they always would say about you. So
Yeah, they
just
2/3 of the
understand,
Thought Hot crew.
that's advertisement, girl. Like, thank y'all for the advertisement. We appreciate it. Keep giving her shots out. No, for real though. That was some true, brothers that support women genuinely
No, Russell, you and Rare Money are
with no
mine.
intention.
Y'all are definitely mine. And I don't care what people say about Russell. I don't care what
I know
people
that's
say
right.
Wait a minute, did he put my business out there for me?
Ooh,
I don't know. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to shoot Russell in the pinky toe.
I don't know what's going on.
You done pissed off Miss Collins, Russell. Delete your comment real quick.
Right, Rare Money. Lies,
wait a second. So I am evil, lady.
I'm going on mute because Russell trying to trigger me.
Yeah.
Oh, Russell, you know what? Russell? We're gonna have to double team you, Russell. We're gonna tag team you. And you know I'm good for the
Nah.
Russell. Not our boy Evo. No. That's our bro.
Russell, you wrong. I don't
Russell,
know
you funny though.
But okay.
You doing what you doing, Cap Daddy?
But like I said, Russell and Rare Money, they still are my loves.
You pissing Rare Money off every time you say that shit. Somebody swing by Rare Money. Somebody swing by Rare Money and check on him.
Rare Money needs a hug.
Because he walking around like Fred Sanford right now.
He punching the air.
Oh Lord, y'all! But those two, like I said, this happened. I think was it last year or the year before?
Probably the year before. They've been frequenting for a while.
It's been going on for a while, Selena.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know it. I said, boy, I didn't even know who they were, and I think I remember.
They've been crushing on you.
I met them in doubles chat, and but I didn't know anything about them or anything. And so I said, boy, them are my boys for life. I love me some Russell and Rare Money. I gotta say it. Yeah,
don't run. Ain't never no show walk.
Russell, don't run.
Come on, Cletus. Come on, ain't never a show walk. What you running for, Cletus?
Yeah, Russell, bring your trifling self back over here.
Bring that ass over here.
Bring your ass over here. You gonna start a fight and then walk away. You supposed to stand there and watch your work. What the hell?
Put names in the chat. Lord have mercy. Ooh,
All I said one
Russell
time was Evo was my boo, and y'all done lost y'all damn man. Lord Jesus.
just
Man,
messy,
I
but
know Rare. I know you can't stand him. I know. Y'all
Rare money.
every
That's
day you got to fight to prove your love.
I gotta fight every night to prove my love.
my
Damn.
yeah. We
Shit.
those
Hmm.
are my hearts. I love them. So, like I said, me and Russell, we had a rough patch one time. I didn't think Russell would ever gonna come back over here, but he came on back and apologized. So, like I
Oh
said,
yeah, girl, he couldn't stay away.
and I hated it too, because I hate to have problems with
Friction.
people.
Mm-hmm.
I really
Of
do,
course.
especially people that I've liked and laughed with and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I was really thankful that he at least saw where he was wrong and apologized like a man, because I did block him and everything. And so it's just about
I
people
think I
just taking
remember that.
accountability. Because he had super chatted me and I didn't even see it because I had blocked him. And then somebody was saying in the chat, Russell. I said, Russell? I said, what is he doing over here? I said, I might have to unblock him. But and when I unblocked him and stuff, he came
Glad
on
you
my
did now, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because
He
it
came on
all
my
mended out
platform.
in the right way.
I said, Lord have
Russell,
mercy.
honey, the money is a bonus, but she actually does like your
Yeah,
stinking
You
ass.
yeah,
know, even though Russell be wrong on some things, I do
yeah.
like Russell. I like Russell and I like Rare Money. Rare Money
Yeah,
is highly
Russell be
intelligent.
coming out of bag and
And
shit.
Rare Money is very
He may talk
spiritual, y'all.
country. Yes, he may talk
He
country to some
believes
people,
in the
but
Most
he
High.
is highly intelligent.
Hmm.
And Russell
Yep,
really do. He's very funny. Russell is funny. You
as
know.
hell.
He funny.
Rare drops me some gems on some spiritual like
Rare
actions
money
and
is
stuff
more
like
for the
that. Yeah,
ancestors.
Yeah,
yeah, he
Jonathan.
is,
Yep,
and I will salute him on that. No,
He
for
said,
real.
he is carrying on he is making his ancestors
Rare
proud on the
Money acts
daily.
like you know what Rare Money. Are you
You
in your
know you're
30s,
not the only
love?
one on this panel.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah, but I wasn't saying nothing.
I mean, because I was
See how you
talking.
just looking at me?
I was talking.
I was too,
I was talking.
but I was too.
I was
Y'all
talking.
two cut it out, cut it out, cut it out.
Oh no, we online. We got to real. Okay,
Oh
let's take it.
yeah.
Yeah, we forgot.
they gon' they
Okay,
gonna
okay.
say something. They gonna
Let's
say
yeah.
something.
Let's break out. Okay, go
Okay.
on, Phoenix.
Thank you, girl.
Girl, you welcome.
he said, check your back check, baby mama.
He ain't
Check your
shit.
back check. Oh Lord.
Hey, Garrick said that shit last night. He was like, "I'm only a back chat away." I fell out. He
Ooh, yes,
said that
indeed.
shit.
Oh my
That's
God.
it to be. Lord, but yeah, I had a great time. I think this was a very good live. We discovered
Absolutely.
what, in our own definition, what a sister keeper. Oh, I said sister keeper. Well, a sister's keeper
Sister
is,
Circle, Sister
Am I my
Keeper, yeah.
sister keeper?
to us. We also
Mm.
talked about the mean girl mentality, how we don't become a mean girl, have that same persona. We talked about that. And we just talked about, how we want to see, how we see friendships, what type of friendships we would want as women. And I thank all of you guys. I'm telling you, you guys made my panel. That's why I say, bring y'all butts up here. Somebody come on up. And I was
I was
glad
gonna be
that,
in the bushes.
yeah,
I'm
Well,
glad I came up, Selena.
me
we fought the
too.
hard way.
We are too, with your
Man, I'm
rare
really happy.
appearance making behind.
And I was really shocked when I seen Miss Collins. I was like, "Oh, Miss Collins must like me." And then I
Right.
really, and
That part.
another person I gotta have back on my platform, and we gotta have a conversation with her is Miss April. I
Oh
would
my
love for her to come
God.
back up. She has a story to
Yeah.
tell. I'm telling you guys, once y'all hear
Yeah.
her
Salute
story,
her.
yeah,
I
she
love to
got a
hear it.
story to tell. So,
Yeah.
Oh
and
man.
hopefully we'll
Praise
have
woman.
some.
We did put her link in the chat earlier.
Mhm.
Okay.
I sub to her channel as well.
And hopefully we'll have some other different women from different sectors that, like Miss Tanya, like Life with Tashana, she's a blessing. And hopefully we'll have Tips World. She was in here.
Yeah.
And
We
RZA, I
dropped
don't know
her
if she
link.
hits panels,
Yeah,
but
brother.
Naomi, all these other women that come and frequent my platform, you are welcome. Missy, I don't know if you hit panels, you probably don't, but and hey, Lovely, I'm just so happy to see you. I don't think I've seen you before, but I'm so happy
Hey,
that you came through.
lovely.
Yeah, I'm happy that you came through. I'm happy that everybody came through.
Yeah,
From
Missy said
from
something
my
about
baby
having.
daddy and my husband that came
Oh, good
through.
Lord.
And I have a couple of boyfriends in the chat. But I'm glad
Couple of baby
everybody.
She got them on
daddies,
deck.
some
Yeah,
side men, just a little bit of everybody.
I'm happy that Cat Daddy joins me, and it was another young lady,
Absolutely.
Sweet Denim. I think I've never seen her before. Thank you for coming through. I hope I spoke to everybody that came in. If I didn't, charge it to my head and not my heart. But I hope that if you guys have not subscribed, that you would like, share, and subscribe. If you have a channel, I hope that you let me know so we could put your channel in the chat. And I hope that you share my live as well, so that I can get more subscribers and get some more people to view my platform from different places on YouTube. So I appreciate you. Shout out to Phoenix. Shout out to Miss Collins. Shout out to Earth Day.
Miss.
Shout out to Miss April for coming up. You guys made this Sister Circle what it is, and
This
it was a great
beautiful.
one.
I had fun.
Yeah,
I
this
did
was
too.
fun.
I really
This
did.
was
I had
fun.
fun. I had so much fun.
A
And
good conversation to have. I
right,
like this topic.
right. And so this is what, and now I got to go back and change the title because I don't know what I think I was halfway asleep or something. I don't know what but I got to go back.
Multitasking.
Yeah, I got to go back. I think I did this while I was at school, but I got to go back and change this title. But I really appreciate you guys for giving me y'all time and just listening and
I
just
posted it. Shared this
thank
content.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been 2 hours and 41 minutes. So this not like me. I was having a good time, honey.
Okay.
Okay. I've been here 2 hours. That says a lot. So and yeah, thank you, Cutting Edge. I like the combo too. The energy was awesome with all of us on here.
Yeah.
And I look forward to doing this again. I would like to do a Sister Circle once a month. I want to do this once a month.
Yeah.
I'll participate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Now,
but I have to find a way to combine my channel with yours, so we can just do it like that.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. Even if another content creator comes up here that has a channel,
yeah,
want to share the live or stream the live at the same time, I'm open to that. Like I said, it's about networking for me, and about building with other people, and that's what we need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So shout out to everybody. I have fun. This was great. Let's do this once a month. And I'm gonna have the same women, different women, whoever. Just come on up here.
I can't make
Thanks for having me up here.
Y'all know I love to be in the bushes.
Yeah, you better get your ass out the bushes. Okay?
I always gotta be saying some sneak diss to all y'all here.
Oh, Lord, bless us, Lord. Bless
See,
us,
always look. This is the real life of real sisterhood. Y'all see this. This is real life stuff. Ain't no phonery and I love you so much. No, we talk shit to each other all the time.
Yeah, we all the man listen.
That's how
I say, Earth Day, you're talking too much. Phoenix, you're gonna cut me off. Miss Collins, I don't want to hear that.
Right, not even a little bit.
This is what we do.
I'm like
that's
that with
real
my
sisterhood.
I'm like, I don't want to hear that. But love y'all to Reese's Pieces. And guys,
love you. Thank you for having us up here.
Thank you for having me up here.
You are more than welcome. Shout out to the people that gave me cash apps, EJ. I appreciate
I'm
you.
out.
I'm gone, as TY would say. Thank you guys.
Love
Love you too. Love you to Reese's Pieces. And that's for real. Ain't no fake stuff over here. And what else I was gonna tell y'all? Thank you for the super chats. If you gave me a cash out, if you just press the like button, if you subscribe, thank you. Y'all made this Sister Circle what it is. And I appreciate each and every one of you that came and graced my platform. And shout out to all the men that supported me behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. I appreciate for your likes. I appreciate you guys for encouraging me just by your presence. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to the men and the women. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Selena.
It's a vibe, baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and move.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good. We can do whatever we want to do now. I'm in my bag right now. And I got a feeling, babe. Yeah. You gon' be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other. With the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana boo boo.